Welcome to Far East Wargaming, and it's a pleasure to bring you guys another full-length battle report. And this week, to play alongside me, I've got Jason again.
Hello, everyone.
So this week we've got something special. We've teased it out last week as well, but the Demons are back with another 3,000 point game. And this week, Jason, you're bringing your Iron Hands, right?
I am bringing the Iron Hands. The Iron Hands have not been on the channel for a while. I haven't been able to play them for a while because I was so focused on my Death Guard and no retreats.
Yes.
But we're bringing the Iron Hands, and it's very interesting because the Iron Hands Legion trait is almost completely useless against demons that don't have very much shooting.
Yeah, this force that I'm playing is purely a close combat. I've yet to really find a use for the shooting in the demon army, but I'm sure there is. Let me know in the comments if you've got a really good force org with shooting.
Yeah.
We'll definitely give it a go.
Yeah.
This week, we're going to be playing the Crucible of War mission from the Siege of Chthoniya book.
Yep.
I think it's the first mission of the new missions in that book, and it's only 4 turns.
It is. It's only 4 turns, so no Legion trait for the Iron Hands. We don't tend to be very fast and mobile, but let's see what happens. I'm very keen to actually see how the Iron Hands do against the Demons in 2.0, and this is my first time to actually play against Demons in the new edition. So excited to see what happens, and you never know how the dice go.
Yeah. So we rolled off camera, and I think the Iron Hands won the strategic advantage.
We did. We already started with strategic advantage, which means we will be deploying first and going first unless there's a seize.
And you control the objectives, too.
I also controlled where the objectives were placed, and I'm playing the Company of Bitter Iron Rite of War, which means immortals on objectives. A nice little 4-up feel no pain.
Okay, and where this time for my demons, I'm not playing with the Putrid Corruption. I'm playing with Formless Distortion. I'm trying to go more combat based, so I get no feel no pain, just that 5+ invulnerable save that I'm going to have to rely on.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you in a minute with the armies, and then we'll see you in the game. Here we have 3,000 points of Loyalist Iron Hands running the Company of Bitter Iron Rite of War. This force is led by a Praetor in Cataphracti Terminator armor who has been upgraded to an Iron Father. He wields a Paragon Blade and a Volkite Charger, as well as a Machinator Array and Cyber Familiar. For his Warlord trait, he has selected Silver Iron Will. For his accompanying retinue, we have a 5-man command squad in Cataphracti armor. 3, including the standard bearer, have been upgraded with chain fists. The remaining 2 have power fists. This whole unit has a Land Raider Proteus carrier as dedicated transport, upgraded with Blessed Auto Simulacra and Searchlights. For our first elites, we have a Lone Contemptor Dreadnought with Gravis Power Fist and inbuilt Melter Gun, and Kerry's Assault Cannon. For our second elites, we have a Gorgon Terminator Squad. The Gorgon Hammer Bearer has a Cyber Familiar. 2 have been upgraded with Power Fists, and 2 have been upgraded with chain fists. For troops, we start with a 10-man Medusan Immortal squad. The sergeant has been upgraded with Artificer armor and Power Fist, and one of the Immortals has been upgraded with a Melter Gun. For the second troop slot, we have another 10-man Medusan Immortal squad. Once again, the sergeant has been upgraded with Artificer armor and Power Fist, and one of the Immortals has been upgraded with a Melter Gun. For the rest of the troop selection, we have 3 identical tactical squads. These are all 10-man, with the sergeants being upgraded with Artificer armor and Power Fists. They are all riding in Rhino dedicated transports, and each of the Rhinos has been upgraded with Blessed Auto Simulacra, Dozer Blades, and Searchlights. For fast attack, we have a single Javelin land speeder. This has a pintle-mounted multi-melter and Cyclone missile launcher. For heavy support, we start with a 10-man heavy support squad. These have been upgraded to autocannons. The Sergeant has been upgraded to Artificer armor, and 2 of the Legionnaires have been upgraded with an Augury scanner and a Legion Vexilla. Finally, in the last of the heavy supports, we have a Leviathan Dreadnought with Cyclonic Melter Lance and Leviathan Siege Claw. He is also wielding 2 torso-mounted heavy flamers. This concludes 3,000 points of Loyalist Iron Hands. Here we have 3,000 points of Demons of the Ruinstorm using the Formless Distortion Etheric Dominion. This force is led by a Ruinstorm Demon Sovereign with Immaterial Wing upgrades, Warp Forged Flesh, and the Eternal Reveler Warlord trait. Also in the HQ, there are 2 identical Ruinstorm Demon Sovereigns, both of which have Immaterial Wings and Warp Forged Flesh. For elites, we start with a 6-strong Ruinstorm Demon Beast unit. This is accompanied by a 4-strong Ruinstorm Demon Brutes unit. For troops, we have a vast horde of Ruinstorm Lesser Demons. This is composed of 4 20-man strong Ruinstorm Lesser Demon squads and 1 15-man strong Ruinstorm Lesser Demon squads. These are represented by different demon units. For fast attack, we have 2 5-man Ruinstorm Demon Cavalry units. This concludes 3,000 points of Traitor Demon of the Ruinstorm. And the battlefield for today, we have the church as the central location and a good middle line of sight blocker. On one of the flanks, we have some more ruins, providing some cover for the forces. And then on the other side, the plasma generators and shield generators are back. We'll see how the game progresses. Before we head into the battle report, a quick word from this video's sponsor, Space Marine Supply Co. They're a Malaysian hobby store, but they also have a web store that ships Asia-wide. They stock the Artis Opus paintbrush range, so if you're looking for those beautiful dry brushes, they are available online there. They also have the AK Interactive paint range, as well as Green Stuff World. And of course, they stock the full range of GW products, and that includes the limited edition Christmas Battle Forces. So if you're looking to pick up Angron or the new Tyranids or the Cadians and their new battle tank, they are available online whilst stocks last. But now, back to the video.
We have the deployment for the Iron Hands, and the daunting task ahead of us is quite a large demon horde that we are about to challenge, but it's all good. If anybody's up for the challenge, it is the Iron Hands. Starting on my right-hand side, I have the lone javelin here in the right corner. I don't have to really worry about shooting too much, so I'm just going to take advantage of his range to hopefully whittle down the horde. Here on my other right flank as well is the Leviathan. He's in a position to go and immediately start contesting an objective marker and get some shots into the demons, backed up by a tac squad and a rhino to hopefully go score. In this ruin building here, we're taking full advantage of the footprint. In the lower floor, there's actually some immortals here ready to go and take an objective and get the benefit of Heart of the Legion and line from our Rite of War. There's also the Gorgons in the exact same building. And on the top of the roof, we have stuck the autocannons. Wasn't the most optimal choice. I would have loved to have been in the bigger ruin, but unfortunately the bigger ruin has more line of sight blocking, so this was the spot for them, but it's all good. I can still shoot at 2 of the objective markers. Nothing really in the middle, because again, I don't have to worry about shooting. So over here, I've concentrated 2 more tac squads and rhinos, as well as the Iron Father and his command squad in their dedicated transport here, the Land Raider. All of this is immediately facing 1 more objective marker. Here in the chapel, ignore the fact that they're on this first floor, they're actually on the ground floor, is the second Immortals unit with the Biomancer Librarian. They're in a position where they can also hop on an objective relatively quickly. And finally on my left flank, I have the Contemptor to hopefully be a bit of an anchor and whittle down the hordes that are coming at us. Yeah, we'll see. Pretty interesting. Tried to spread out the deployment because I knew that the demons were going to have a very large deployment themselves.
So for the Demons of the Ruinstorm Horde, our deployment is pretty vast. We have a 20-man Lesser Demon Squad deployed in the ruins here because there is a Contemptor facing them and also some objectives to get across the field. Next to them is another 20-man Lesser Demons who are hiding behind the 3-man wall of Sovereign Demons there. So the Warlord in the center and his 2 other HQs beside him. Adjacent to that is another 20-man Lesser Demon Squad who are flanking the 4-man Brutes, who will likely have to try and do something about that Leviathan if they can get that far across the board. Taking up the rear is the smaller 15-man Lesser Demon Squad. Their goal is to hold the objective in this side of the battlefield. Behind them, we have another 20-man Lesser Demon Squad that are going to have to make some tracks to try and be effective by moving to the far 3rd objective. And then some beasts in front of them acting as a demon shield to hopefully whittle down or take some incoming fire. And finally, the 2 cavalry squads are on the right-hand side. One is in the ruins, and the other is just to the side of them. They're going to look to use their increased movement to be able to harass the flanks. So, to start the battle, we have the obligatory fist bump.
Indeed. Good luck, sir.
Good game. And then we're going to try for the demons to seize the initiative.
I really don't want you to do this.
Let's roll. No,
oh, that was close.
Just a 5. Very close. But it's going to be turn 1 for the Iron Hands.
Turn 1, getting started for the Iron Hands. Oh man, that's a massive horde across from me, so I got to really think through what I want to do on my deployment. I want to be able to get onto the objectives relatively quickly, but I also don't want to put myself in a position for a turn 1 charge from some of the faster demon units. So starting off on this side, I'm just going to shuffle over the Javelin, taking advantage of his 48-inch range on his Cyclone missile launcher. We'll come forward with the Leviathan. We know that he needs to be there to kind of deter a bit. We'll do the Rhino moving forward like that. I've got the unit of Immortals in the ruins here. We're going to go ahead and get out of the ruin just because I want to get on that objective marker relatively quickly and be able to take advantage of the higher feel no pain, just in case a turn 1 charge happens. But I also want to be able to score relatively quickly. So that's the reason why we're going to move from the warmth and shelter of our cover over here. Sorry, taking me a bit of a moment because it's a little bit tricky to get all these models out of the inside.
It's okay. The Demon Horde movement is probably going to be phased out just because of the number of models we're going to have to move there.
Yeah, with the benefit of hindsight, a Demon Horde and an infantry heavy list probably going to move a little bit slower. That's okay. So the Gorgons and the Ruin are just going to shuffle forward. There's no reason for them to get out right now. So they're basically taking the spot that the Immortals formerly occupied. No need to move the autocannons, obviously.
Please do.
No way. No way. All right, so you have a massive threat range on that Sovereign there. So there's really no sense in me getting too close to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position the Rhino here for now. And I'm going to slide over the Land Raider. We'll leave the Rhino here in the backfield. No reason to move out. We'll go ahead and move forward the Contemptor here. Maybe we might be in range to shoot something. We'll see. Yeah, if we slide forward just a little bit more, I didn't move the full 8. Let's do that. Okay. The Immortals in the ground floor of the building right here. Again, we put them on the first floor just because it's easier to get in. They're just going to basically move forward all the way to the corner, staying in the building.
So they're not going to be scoring this turn?
Yeah, I think I might be...
You have to have line of sight to score.
Yeah, you have to have line of sight, but I do want to take advantage, however, of the higher feel no pain. Okay, so they are moving forward, along with the Biomancy Librarian. And then again, this last Rhino over here, there's really no reason, hidden behind the building over here, there's no reason to actually move him out right now, so let's go ahead and just leave it there. Yeah, a little bit cautious in the movement, but I think I have to be because of how close some of the demons can get to me on turn 1. We'll be back in just a minute and see what happens with some shooting. Okay, starting the shooting phase for the Iron Hands, I'm going to start off with this Javelin here. Really, the only thing that's in range is actually his Cyclone missile launchers.
Yeah, we've chosen not to do night fighting because, honestly, the demons don't want negatives on their leadership any more than they have.
I would love it. But yeah, no, it's good. We went without night fighting. So the Cyclone is going to go first. I'm going to pop off 2 crack missiles into those brutes. I'd like to whittle down a model or 2 before they get to me.
Yep, they're toughness 6 in the first turn.
Okay, strength 8 crack missiles. So first I got to hit you. So these are 3s twin linked. Twin linked. That's 2 hits.
2 hits.
2's to wound. That's 2 wounds at AP3.
So they have a 5+ invul.
Okay.
And there's nothing intervening in there?
No, I can draw a clear path right here. Yep.
So 5+ invul for 2 wounds.
Hey,
oh, there's 2 5s.
You laugh at our inferior technology. Okay, so next up, I already pre-measured before we started the filming. I'm just going to use this unit of Immortals here. I have the 4 in the front with bolters that can actually reach your little fiends right there.
So my beasts of demon beasts. So these guys have a 5 toughness as well.
Okay, so let's see if we hit first. So 4 shots only. So hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits.
3 hits, yeah.
I need 5s because of your higher toughness in the first 2 turns.
Correct.
Okay. 1 wound.
And then they have a 5+ invul, so because they have 5+ normal save.
Okay.
No, 1 takes a wound with
Excellent.
a 2 there.
Excellent.
So we have a wound on these guys.
Okay, I'll mark it for you. There's a wound right there. All right, so next up, the autocannons in the building. We are going to go ahead and shoot at your... I think we're going to go ahead and just shoot at the beasts as well. I want to get them out of the way, kind of.
Okay.
All right, so I got 20 shots, so here's 19. All right, so these are hitting on 3s, and I'll roll one of the misses over again. And re-rolling one of the misses for 20. Okay, still misses. So not bad. That's going to be 14 hits.
Okay.
These are all strength 7.
So these are toughness 5, so 2s again.
Yep, and these are AP4 normal 6s Ren, so basically anything's going to trigger your invul.
Yeah.
All right, so 2s.
This looks like 14 or not?
No, that's going to be 11.
11.
11 saves, sir.
11 saves. Got 11 dice right here. On 5s, they're 3 wound models, but still, this is a lot of saves. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves and 6 wounds. So that's 2 guys taken away straight off the bat. And we're leaving the 1 guy with a wound on it.
Okay, not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Whittling down, and that will cause a break check too.
It will. Nothing's going to shoot at him, so if you want to, you can go ahead and...
So this leadership for these guys, leadership is 7. So leadership 7. And that's a 7.
Whew.
4 and a 3, just enough.
Nice.
Without night fighting, because night fighting, I would have failed that.
Indeed. Okay.
So what's next?
Let's come back over here. Let's go to the Land Raider here.
Okay, so what's the Land Raider shooting at? Which one?
I think I'm going to actually try to shoot your Warlord. I'd love to take some wounds off of him before he comes.
Okay, yep.
I'll fire the 4 las cannons.
So, yep, hit the 4 las cannons.
Yeah, hitting you on 3s. Only 2 hits.
2 hits, and then for him, he is toughness on the first turn of 7.
Okay,
so still 2s.
Still 2s. So, of course, 1 wound on your invul.
1 wound on a 4+ invul here.
Yep.
Grab a dice. And he takes a wound.
All right, I'll take that. That's 1 wound down. Just check real quick if the heavy bolter is in range. Indeed it is.
So 1 wound on the...
Give you your dice back.
Demon.
Okay, so here's the 4 shots from the heavy bolter.
Yep.
And thankfully this is twin linked.
Oh, those
are all
2s.
2s. All right, twin linked. Hey, that's much better.
And then he needs 6s because toughness is strength 5, right?
Yeah.
7.
Yep, 6s.
Oh,
3.
Whoa. But it's just
that
standard 2+ save.
Yep.
Because of his warp forged flesh.
Yep.
Moves the 3+ to 2+. And that's all save. 4,
All right.
2, and 3.
I got excited with the 3 6s, but it didn't matter there.
2+. One of the few things that has a 2+ save in this force. Actually, the only things that have 2+ save.
Okay. Last thing I'll do is I went ahead and pre-measured again with him before. I'm going to go ahead and shoot at, I guess, the Sovereign on that right flank.
Oh, the right one. This one here on the right flank?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your right, my left.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So just carries, right?
Yep, carry 6 shots on 2s. Of course, 2 misses.
Wow. Ah, there's a lot of 2s again. You
Thankfully,
those dice.
he's ballistic skill 5. All right, so now he's toughness, what, 7 as well? Or?
He's toughness 7. Everybody's toughness 7. They're
Okay,
the same profiles.
I need 5s, but 6s will rend. 1 wound.
2+. And he's good with the 5.
Oof.
Any more shooting for you?
Unfortunately, no. I don't have anything else that can shoot. I don't need to do any psychic abilities because the guy with the abilities is actually in the building. No assaults. Not too great around. I mean, I only killed a couple beasts and took a wound off your Warlord, and that's it. So we'll see what happens when the demons come back in just a moment.
So movement for the demons, and we have quite a big horde to move. So what we're going to do on camera is we're going to move just the first model of each unit, do the required tests if there are any, and then we're going to do some cinematic magic and phase in after they are all done. So start off, the ones that are going to need some tests. This cavalry unit is going to move their full distance plus initiative, because they just need to get up the board, which takes the first model over here, which we're just going to place for sake of for not knocking some models over.
Yep.
Since they're not in the difficult terrain here, they just have to take their dangerous terrain checked over here. And they both take a wound.
Yay! Terrain is protected by the Emperor.
They both take a wound. No invols for wounds, right? It's just invols are.
You get your invul. Yeah, you get your invul. You can't take armor save or damage mitigation.
Just invul. No, they do take both of their wounds.
Well, that's helpful.
Then the other 3 are following up, so they're going to be 3 more. Wow, that was unlucky by the first 2 guys. So they're going to move up. Oh, we've lost a head. And they're going to take 3 more. And they're all good.
All right.
Couldn't have done that the first time. Okay. Then we've got the 5 other cavalry, which are going to move out as well. So they're going to need some tests. We're just going to place 1 model here. That's where they're going for their full distance.
Yep.
5 dice. Move this out the way. No ones? No ones.
Nope,
there.
all good.
All good.
Let me help you out with those.
They're all good.
Okay.
Then we have the fiends, which are our beasts, and they're moving their full distance as well. We've placed some very helpful markers out just to help
get their distance there. They're not suffering from anything. We're just going to move the first one.
Yep.
Then these guys were moving 7 and they're plus running, so 9 with the difficult terrain. Placing the first guy over here.
Yep, I picked up the dice because I thought it was one of the ones you rolled.
No, it's okay. Then we have our beasts, and these guys are going to be the key.
The brutes or the beasts?
The brutes. You're right, the brutes. We were debating whether keeping them back, but honestly, they just need to get forward. Everything needs to get forward as fast as possible. So we are moving them full steam ahead forward here. The 15-man squad, which is the one who's going to hold the objective eventually, is just going to get as close as they can because the other 20-man blob needs to shift to the left, and their full run is going to put them directly over the objective to score.
Yep.
The key, what to do with the sovereign here, and this is going to be quite key because there is a contemptor in this corner, and we need to get rid of him because he is actually quite hard on the lesser demons unless I want to keep them stuck there. And the downside is there's a lot of difficult terrain in front of me.
Which you must charge through.
I must charge through, except for one.
One possibly may not have to.
So the first guy was moving over here, 14. One guy was moving, the warlord has to take the dangerous terrain on the top here. And then the other one is the one with the possibility of having a clean charge there that we kind of need to get into whittle some wounds. I will take that.
Very intimidating. 3 sovereigns against 1 contemptor.
I will take a dangerous terrain check for the sovereign, and he's okay on a 2.
That was close.
Close. Then for the demonettes have an objective in front of them. They're running their full distance up the table behind their sovereign. They just need to get up the field. And finally, the last lesser demon squad is going to do the same. They're moving their full 9 up the field here. We'll move this massive horde, and then we'll be back with a small summary at the beginning of the assault phase, because this demon army has 0 shooting.
Yes, which means my Iron Hands Legion trait is completely useless in this game.
So after some camera magic, everything has moved. The cavalry are there. One of the 20-man lesser demon squads is hiding behind the crate, not that there's much cover really. The fiends and the beasts are forming this quite daunting wall in front of the Leviathan.
It's all daunting. It's a horde coming in my face.
Then the remaining 2 are on the bank for scoring. We did forget that the Iron Hands had 1 point, so they've scored 1 point in the first turn. The lesser demon here, demonettes, have come up the rear. And what we did forget is that my warlord trait allows the warlord and his unit, but since he's all alone, to run and still make charges, which put him actually outside of the difficult, dangerous terrain there, and put him quite close for a easier charge.
Yes, so I played a little bit probably too aggressive with the Contemptor, and now I potentially have 2 sovereigns in my face.
So we have only 2 charges because now he's blocking out his third buddy in the back. We're going to start with the first longer charge, which we've measured as 9 inches, including the -2 and +2 for movement.
That's correct, and that's the one that would drop you down to initiative 1 as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
So are you going to react to this one?
I will not react to this one.
I'm going to
risk it. I want to be able to shoot your warlord.
Okay. Come on, dice. 9. No.
Oh, so
close. That's an 8.
Woo, I got lucky.
So he'll move up a few inches there. He'll move up 4 inches. We'll measure that afterwards.
Yep.
And really, this is going to be the one you react to. I don't think he can fail this.
Yeah.
So he's on a 6 plus 2, 8. He's definitely in.
Okay. So I have some Overwatch to resolve.
He does have some Overwatch to resolve.
Okay. So let's start with the Carries Assault Cannon. So this is going to be 6 shots hitting on 2s. And that's 5 hits. That's a little bit better. I need 5s again, but 6s rend because of your +1 strength and toughness in turn 1. Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
The Melta gun in the fist.
Oh, there's a Melta. Roll a 1. Yeah!
There it is, of course. The multi-Melta or the Melta Missa.
Okay. So we've come in here, clonking in. We are at initiative initiative 6, but I also have the special trait for this legion where I have to roll a d3 to find out what they do in close combat.
Okay.
So this one here, it's a 2, which means I have concussive and lance, but that doesn't really affect you in this
Not too
combat.
much. I don't think I'm going to live through this combat, so that's at least helpful for me.
So he has 5 attacks base, plus 1 for charging.
Okay.
And his weapon skill...
I think you're higher than me. I think you're a 6. I'm almost positive.
Weapon skill 6. Yes, weapon skill 6, initiative 6, 5 attacks base.
Yep.
And his strength now is strength 8. So, because of the damage there. So we're hitting on 3s.
That is correct. That is a very good roll. That's 6.
That's 6 3s.
That's 6.
And then we're strength 8 and your toughness 7.
So 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Give me a lot of 1s and 2s, Rich.
There's 2 1s.
Okay.
That's 8 saves, because they're all brutal 2
Brutal
at
2.
AP 2. And one's AP 1. But
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
One
So I just owe
doesn't
you
matter.
8 saves.
And wait, Murder Strike, 1 is Murder Strike as well.
Okay, so let's separate these
Brutal
then.
2 Murder Strike.
Okay, let's separate these.
Oh, wait, it's 5 plus Murder Strike, but that's only 4s and 3s? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so here's the regular saves on 5s, excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Losing some camera angles there.
Yep. So saving on 5s for the invulns. Just 1.
1 save. So
I'm not even going to roll the rest of it because
Yeah.
the murderous strike I think is just going to go down. I'm down to 1 wound, so I just explode
You
basically.
explode, so check your explosion distance, because it may...
Yeah, I can't go in the
Oh, you
building.
can't go into buildings, correct.
It's only going to be your sovereign.
Yeah,
So
so-
let me see if I wound you.
On a 3, it's strength 8 versus toughness 7. It does.
Does? Yep. Normal
And a
save.
2 plus save. And he's fine there.
Yep.
So we have a very successful combat for the Sovereign here.
Womp, womp, womp,
Taking
womp.
out early first blood. And I think I killed a unit in the first turn, so I
You
get an
did.
extra victory point from the secondary objectives.
Indeed, you do. Did you want to also consolidate after that?
Ooh, consolidate. Yeah, just a few inches backwards. We do have to move these guys, so we'll do that all and be back with the turn 2 for the Iron Hands to see what they will reply with.
How can I answer? Wow, that was very, very unfortunate. The Contemptor didn't even get to swing because I was counting on those brutal 3s to hopefully at least take some wounds off that Warlord. I'm a bit on the back foot. I'm down 2-1 right now, and I also have a lot of demons in my face. So let's see what we can do about that. I think I'm going to play very aggressive. Give myself options. So this is going to move forward 6. Did any unit want to react to that?
I can move 1 unit forward, right?
You could,
I'm thinking...
or you could withdraw a unit if you wanted to do that.
No, I'm thinking of moving the... Ooh. I'm going to move the beasts... Actually, no. I'm not going to react at all because I want to see what you want to do there. And you can choose a unit. I can come back next turn.
Correct.
I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry for the umming and ahhing there.
It's quite all right. I don't blame you at all. These cavalry can actually cover a lot of ground, so I need to make it more difficult for them. So I'm now going to move the javelin back over here,
Okay.
not triggering a reaction. Let's see what else we want to do. I don't really want to move the immortals because if I move the immortals, then I will trigger a reaction probably. But what I can do is I can just come this way a little bit, staying out of 12.
Inch them around.
Inch them around to make sure I get more shots on target.
Yeah, the bolter fire.
Yep. The Gorgons are going to make their appearance back here to at least make you think about things.
I think about Gorgons all the time.
You think about Gorgons all the What was that? What was that song by Korn? All day long I dream about Gorgons. All right, so we finally get them out of the building.
If we can get that without copyright, I might play that in the background.
Right, there you go. Okay, tactical squad here. So this one's a little bit tricky because I want to do things with them, but again, I don't want to trigger any sort of movement reaction. So I do have dozer blades here. I'm going to go ahead and cross over the pipes and go this direction.
Ones.
No,
One. Oh,
there it is.
5.
They're 5. We're going to go ahead and move over here like this, again, to make you have decisions on what you want to do. Tac squad is not going to get out.
I think they moved too far anyway to get out.
Yeah, and they're not going to get out. So on this side over here, now I got to think about it a little bit more. I mean, of course, the autocannons are not moving. I really got to do something about these guys. I can't just sit here and run. I don't have enough firepower to actually run away. So we are going to move the Rhino here. Did you want to react to that?
Am I within 12?
You are definitely within 12 with this Sovereign. You are not within 12 with the Lessers.
I think I will actually stay because if you get out, you'll still be in rapid fire range if I move. Actually, I move 6.
Yeah, you react to
I have to go backwards, right, though?
Yeah, you react to your initiative.
Actually, I'll stay put. It's only some bolter fire. I should be okay.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and deploy out the attack marines. Because I want to shoot up those lessers as much as possible.
Oh, but now these lessers might move backwards because of this reaction.
You may indeed.
Let's see if I can get outside 12 for some of them first. If I can, I will. If I can't, because these lesser demons are actually very vulnerable to shooting.
Like I said, no guts, no glory. We have absolutely got to try and whittle down those lesser demons as much as possible.
Front rank is 8 inches, 9 inches away. I can get out of their rapid fire range.
You can?
So I will get out of their rapid fire range. They will be reacting backwards. I'll move those in a minute before the shooting phase.
Okay. That's your only reaction, correct?
Correct. I have 2. Yeah, it's my only reaction.
Okay. So in that
I don't think I have 2 movement phase reactions for this, but I will double check. Oh no, I have another movement phase reaction. That's it.
Okay. Makes sense. So what we're going to now do here is we're going to move the land raider there. I'm debating, did you want to react to that?
No, I'm waiting to see if something comes out first, and then to see if I want to react to that.
I don't think I need to come out right now.
Oh, it's a very dark closet over there.
It is a dark closet.
Does the command squad not want to come out and say hello?
Not yet. I think I'm gonna make you knock on the door first.
Okay.
Okay. So then we're gonna have the rhino over here now move. Did you wish to react to that?
I'm again not really worried about rhinos. And tactical squads. They're more of a hindrance than anything else.
Okay.
They might try and take some shots and whittle stuff down, but it's these Gorgons I want to find a way to control.
All right. What I am
Not Gorgons, these Immortals, sorry.
The Immortals?
The Immortals.
The Immortals are going to play a little trickery.
Immortal.
We're going to play a little trickery.
Oh, you're just going to hold the building on the base?
I'm going to hold the building. I know it's a bit gamey, but what I'm going to do is basically just prevent you from charging them.
Well, what happens if I go in the building at the top? I can come down below without any issues, correct? So I can get straight onto the second floor from flying.
Yeah, but I'm not on the second floor.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm on the ground floor.
I know. Okay.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to smoke those boys out of there in future turns. We're okay for now. Pretty aggressive moves from the. I've got
to try to whittle you down, and I don't have enough shooting to play the sit back and shoot you game. So we'll see what happens in just a minute. Now I am confident that I can probably do a lot more damage this turn versus turn 1, simply because I'm going to have more things able to shoot. But I'm going to have to be very choosy on what I shoot at, so we'll see in just a minute. Let's kick off the shooting phase for the Iron Hands. The only thing that's going to shoot over here is I've got one sneaky shot against the cavalry. Maybe I'll get lucky and kill one of those wounded models. So this is a twin link combi bolter not in rapid fire range. That does hit. I don't know what your toughness is.
So my toughness on turn 1 for these guys is 5.
Okay, so I need a 5 to wound you. No, it's a 2.
2.
Nothing going.
They're getting away with it.
They are. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and shoot.
The Leviathan.
No, I'm going to go ahead and shoot these guys, the Immortals.
Immortals, okay.
And I'm going to fire everything into your brutes.
Yeah, I don't think anything's in rapid fire range.
Nothing is in rapid fire range.
It didn't trigger any reactions.
No. So it's basically just 9 bolter shots, 1 melter shot. Or no, excuse me, the melter will be out.
The melter will be out?
Yes,
yeah.
because if I'm not in rapid fire range, then the melter can't range it. All right, so here's the 9 bolter shots.
Hitting on 3s.
On 3s.
Ooh,
that's good. That's a good start.
1 miss. So their toughness now brutes. So these are brutes. Toughness 6.
Okay. So I need 6s to wound you. Ooh,
oh,
there we go.
4.
I'll take 4. Nice shooting.
What's the AP of these?
AP 5 bolters.
So they're 4+ saves.
Okay.
So 4+ saves for these boys.
Oh.
2 wounds. So that's just 2 wounds on a guy.
Okay.
They're 3 wound models.
Okay.
I'll tag a 2 wound on there.
No problem. Next up, I'm going to go with the javelin back here.
Yeah.
I'm going to target the same unit of brutes we are in range for the multi-melta.
Okay.
All right, so 2 crack missiles right here.
Hitting on 3s.
3s, twin linked. Those both hit. And wounding you on 2s. Mm-hmm. That's 2 wounds on your invuln.
2 wounds on my invuln. The cover save is the same, right?
Yeah.
My invuln is better.
Okay, so here's the multi-melta. Twin linked, thankfully. That's a 3, that hits.
Yeah.
And wounding you again. That's a wound. That's 3 invulns you owe me, sir.
3 invuls, 3, 5 up.
Oh, we'll take it.
1, 5, and there's... Okay, so 1 guy dead, 2 more wounds.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
1 guy dead and a guy with a wound on this unit here.
Okay.
So take this guy out and put a wound over here, and that does require a break check if you stop shooting at those.
Yep.
But what else is coming at?
Now you've forced me to make some decisions because that shooting was actually better than I expected. Let's go ahead and go to the autocannons, and for the autocannons, I'm going to pick on this unit that I've already shot up a bit.
Okay,
all right.
So there's guy with 1 wound,
Yep.
and there are 3 wound models as well.
Okay, so these are 20 shots once again. I'm going to roll it over here because we need a little bit more space.
So you're hitting on 3s.
And I'll re-roll one of the misses. And re-rolling a miss. Still misses. All right, not as good as last time, so it looks like 7 misses.
These boys are the ones who are shooting.
Yes, the autocannons in the ruins.
Do they all have flight? Even the guys at the back? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you. All right, so here we go. And now these are winning on 2s. And again, these are AP4, 6 Ren, which is the same thing. Yes, sir, you owe me...
What's the strength, sorry?
Strength 7.
Oh, strength 7, yes.
4,
so on,
8.
these are toughness 5.
So still 2s.
Yeah, 2s.
So you owe me 11 saves, sir.
11 saves.
Invuln saves.
11 invul saves.
Yep.
That is painful. Okay. Gather some dice. Hold on, there's 5. I'll do 6 and 1, just 6 twice. Oh, only 1, so that's 5 wounds so far.
Yep.
And then another 5.
That's correct.
Autocannons hurt.
And another 3.
Another 3, so 8 wounds. That's 3 guys totally dead because that's 3 wounds each here.
Okay.
And then the guy with 2 wounds left. Yeah, there's only 1 guy left in this Fiend squad. That was some deadly fire from those autocannons.
Yes, I knew I'd be able to put some fire down on him more this turn. So now that that's been done, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Leviathan, and the Leviathan is going to actually choose to shoot at your brutes.
Brutes, okay.
I want to charge them, and I don't want them charging me. So now he does have dual flamers in the chest, so I'm just checking. Okay, so it looks like 2 hits from each of the flamers. So we'll start with those. So these are strength 5.
Sure.
So toughness 5.
Toughness 6.
6. So I'm wounding you on 5s for the heavy flamers.
Yeah.
Hey, there's 3.
And that's just 3 4+ saves.
Yep.
Wow, their saves are, and that's 2 more wounds, and that's a guy dead again.
Okay.
I'll take it off the back.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so the next thing we have the Melta Lance, and then we have the Melta in the Fist. So they're essentially the same thing, so I'm just going to roll the 5 dice for both. So these are hitting on 2s.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then these are wounding on 2s, because all strength 8. You owe me 5 more invulns, sir.
5 more invulns. Oh, this firepower. This is when I'm wishing I was Future Corruption. I'm going to feel no pain.
No pains.
Oh, that's another 5 wounds. This guy's got 1 wound left on... Oh, no. It's what's the... It's an invul, right?
Yeah, invul.
So there's only 1 wound left on 1 guy.
Okay.
Wow, the brutes have been decimated here. We're in trouble on this side because we needed those brutes. There's 1 wound left on this poor guy here.
Okay, I tell you what, you want to just go ahead and do your 2 checks because I'm not going to shoot at anything else at them. You want to just get that out of the way?
This is when I need some low rolls. So both of these guys are leadership 7. So we'll start with the beasts, which is the fiend here. Oh no, D3 wounds on this. 1 wound, so he's okay. He's still alive.
With 1 wound left?
With 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left, okay.
3 wound model.
Okay.
And then, do I want to change these dice? No, let's stick with them.
Come on, brutes.
Come on to the 7. 7, he's okay.
All right,
he's still
all right.
there.
Fair enough, fair enough.
He will survive, he will survive.
Okay, coming over to this side of the board now. I'm going to start with the Rhino. The Rhino is going to just fire 1 shot into the Lessers. I just want to keep trying to whittle them down.
Yep.
Not in rapid fire range, but it is twid linked.
Yep.
So that hits. And your T5.
5, T5, so
nothing. We pre-measured before. We said that 5 guys in the front rank.
5 guys in the front rank.
So it's going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 shots.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s.
That is correct.
Could be whittling down some lessons.
Okay, let's see what happens here. So 15 shots. Oh, that's terrible. Let's just pull the hits because there's so many misses. There's only 6 hits.
Wow.
Lots of 1s and 2s. And these are 5s.
These are Iron Hand dice.
Iron Hand dice. And 2.
2.
Yep.
2
2
5
invols.
up saves.
Yep.
Yeah, the invul and the 5 up are the same.
Yep.
One guy dies. Take the guy off the back.
Okay.
We kill off one of these poor lesser demons.
All right, next up, I'm going to do the Land Raider.
Okay.
The Land Raider is going to fire both las cannons into this Sovereign.
The Sovereign who is unharmed so far, yep.
And we're going to fire the Heavy Bolter into the Lessers.
Okay.
All right, so here's the las cannons on 3s, of
2
course,
hits.
and on 2s.
2s, yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah.
2 invols.
2 4-up invols.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. I forgot I have It Will Not Dies on these guys. We'll have to mitigate that for later. Because he had to take an It Will Not Die. We'll take that later on my turn.
I think it was 2 on this guy.
Oh, 2, sorry, 2, yes.
Yep. And then now the Heavy Bolter into the Lessers. So here's 4 shots.
Was it 4-up invols? Did I fail both? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you failed both. You rolled a 3 and a 1.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, so twin linked.
Yep.
3 hits. And then these need 4s.
Strength 5.
5. Yep.
Yeah.
Toughness 5. 1 wound, normal invul.
And that's a 6 to save. They're okay.
Okay. The last thing to shoot, it's kind of petty, but we'll go ahead and fire the Combi Bolter here. It's your Sovereign, and just the chance that we could take a wound off.
Oh, if it does, that'd be a pity.
All right. So twin linked.
Twin linked.
2 hits.
Yeah, 2 hits.
And then fishing for those 6s again. Hey!
Oh, there's a 6.
We did a wound.
Oh, let's take the dice with a high roll.
Yeah, I saw 1 for a second.
It was flashing.
Yep.
Well, pretty deadly there in the middle of the field with killing off my brutes and fiends. They were your biggest threat for your Leviathan, though.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that a much more successful turn. Dealing with a lot of the heavy hitters, I would have liked to have whittled down some of those units a bit more. But yeah, I'm much more happy with that than turn 1 shooting. So we'll be back in just a second, and we'll have a couple charges. We'll see what happens. Okay, assault phase for the Iron Hands here in turn 2. The only charge that I actually have is the Leviathan. I'd really love to finish off that last brute because that is a lot of enemy close combat that would be wiped out, so I'm very happy. We pre-measured before the filming, and I need an 8 to get there.
Come on, low dice.
No reaction from the brute?
Nope, no reaction.
Oh, it's a 6.
No, it's a 6. You know, it enters up 3. I'm going to have some chance here.
All right,
Maybe
so
I can pile in.
we go forward 3.
Giving myself a
Not
chance.
optimal, but that's still okay, right? Because his whole purpose was to gum up the middle.
Yeah.
And I can deal with cavalry and lesser demons against a Leviathan. That'll be really tough on you. So yeah, not bad. Let's see what happens turn 2, and if I can withstand another round of the oncoming horde.
But you do gain 2 victory points.
I do. So I have now a total of 3 because the Immortals here gave me 1.
Yeah.
The tactical squad getting out of the Rhino over on this flank gives me a 2nd point.
Yeah.
And I had 1 in turn 1, so that brings our total top of turn 2 to 3-2 for the Iron Hands.
Mistimed that. I should have moved the greater demon in, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
Movement phase in turn 2 for the demons, and just to really save some time, because this is a demon horde. We have moved everything off camera, but we will roll whatever needs to be rolled for dangerous terrain on camera. Let's start with that then. The cavalry here, who took 2 wounds on their last dangerous terrain check,
Woohoo!
have decided to risk it again. So we'll start with the 2 who are already wounded. Any 1s here and they could be gone. No, they're okay. And then there's 3 more. We'll just roll these on the side. Oh, there's a 1.
Yes, terrain.
And terrain.
Blessed
and
by the
then
Emperor.
5+ save. No, 1 more wound on one of these guys here. We'll add that in a bit.
Our plan is working to perfection to make you kill yourself.
So the other cavalry squad moved up because they need to contest this point. Debating whether I want to charge, because I am contesting already, and I could lose out in a combat there. But then, and there's nasty Overwatch rules for these.
My advanced reaction, I could fire twice in an Overwatch.
Yeah. We've got one of the demon hordes, lesser demons here, coming around the side. They're trying to eke round this Leviathan who's kind of blocking the path here. And we've had to commit. We've committed this 20-man lesser demon squad to come help the brute and the fiend, even though we know they're probably going to take the higher end of the attacks from this Leviathan. They're ablative wounds because we have to protect our 1 point we can control quite easily in the back there with our lesser demon horde.
Probably a smart play.
On the other side, we'd be more aggressive. So the 2 sovereigns here have flown over to come after the command squad's Land Raider, because there is a chance that they can do some damage if they get the lance roll in their charge here. And then, since there was no room for the other Greater Sovereign, we have placed him in front of this tactical squad just to really get rid of some scoring in this, with the demons following up behind. Again, we'll figure out if we want to even charge the demons in, because that sovereign might be enough to do all the work. And then finally, we've just run the last 20-man less demon squad. They're kind of out of position, but I think next turn they'll be in position to play a part under the objective that is currently being squished by this sovereign. So we'll be no shooting again. We'll be into the assault phase, and we'll see what we do. Turn to assault phase for the demons. We're going to start first off with the charges. There's a lot charging here. We're going to start off with the easy one. The cavalry is charging into this lone rhino here.
Okay.
Just to clog things up.
No reaction from me.
Yeah, they're in.
You're well in.
They're well in with an 8-inch charge plus 2, so a 10-inch charge there. Then we had the choice. We're charging first in with the beast, just to eke out a reaction. Will you be reacting there?
I might as well. So I know I'm going to get charged no matter what, so I might as well try to kill at least the beast. I do have 2 heavy flamers and then all the meltas and stuff. I'm not going to advance reaction or anything like that. So let's just start with the meltas, because this is what really matters. So this is 5 shots for the lance and the melta and the fist. That's going to be 3 hits.
Oh.
And there's going to be wounding you on 2s.
Yep.
That's 2 wounds.
2 5-up saves. If I can pass them both, he could be okay. No.
He's dead. So at least those attacks are not coming in.
We're an inch away with both. We're not going to bother rolling for charges. Those have been both successful by the brute and the lesser demons there.
That's correct.
Moving on to the other side, we have 2 more charges. These are null charges as well. Both sovereigns here are charging into the Land Raider, and there's going to be no reaction here, right?
No reaction.
Okay, and then finally the charge from the last sovereign into the tactical squad. Will you react?
I mean, I have a second reaction. I might as well, right?
Might as well shoot.
Yeah, I might as well shoot. So
doubling up the 10-man squad.
I'm not going to use the advanced reaction because I don't want to waste it here, because the sovereign, I need 6s to wound anyhow. So I'd rather just go ahead and just do a normal reaction. So 20 shots.
20 shots.
I'll roll it right here. All right, so here's the first 10 on 3s. I'll roll that again. It's stacked. Okay,
So
7 hits so far.
So far.
Whoops, and then the second 10 of 20. 9. So that's 16.
16 hits.
Yep.
And then you need 6s.
I need 6s to wound. Maybe I can sneak a couple wounds through on this. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 saves I need to make. Wow.
You wanna hear? I got some dice for you.
Grab some dice for me here. These 2+ saves.
There you go. Come on, Rich.
Oh, come on, everything. Oh, there's 1-1. He
Yes.
takes an extra wound.
We'll take that.
So he's on 3 wounds totaled. We'll move that dice around. And then the last one is there's a 4-inch charge for these lesser demons to come in as well. Oh no! They failed. They rolled a 3. Oh my god. What are the chances? They're just going to inch up. We're going to just move everything in, calculate what needs to be combated, and we'll be back for the second part of the assault phase where we do some damage. Okay, so now let's resolve some combat for the charges. Off camera, we rolled their special rule for the formless distortion. Sadly, for these cavalry, it made no difference against a vehicle, but they do have 15 attacks at strength 5, looking to hit on 2s because weapon skill 1, right?
That is correct.
So looking to hit on 2s here. That's 1 miss, 2 misses, 3 misses.
Yeah, let me help you out here. That's
So
a lot
that was
of
15 attacks, 3 each.
Yep, so that's 12 hits for you.
Thank you to my kind assistant.
You are welcome. I'll take my paycheck later.
There's 1 more underneath here.
Whoops.
I'm going to deduct it.
Yeah, I don't get paid now.
And then, so they're strength 5. This is AV10, correct?
On the rear, that's
On the
correct.
rear.
So 5's glance.
5 glance.
And
Oh,
I
only one, two.
Two pens.
2 pens.
Okay. You're not AP to blow me up, right?
No, I'm not AP, but I could immobilize and destroy some weapons, so we'll just check what they do.
Yep.
And also, you have to take a opinion check for the guys inside.
Indeed. Yep.
So
I'm just surprised I lived.
4 and 3.
Shaken and
stunned. Then just a leadership check for the guys inside.
Okay, so let's roll this right here. 9, they're going to actually fail, so they're going to be pinned.
So they're pinned inside. That means they can't get out either.
I cannot get out.
Yeah, so they're stuck there. But the Rhino can move and tank shock me if it chooses to later.
Well, no, you stunned me, remember?
Oh yeah, so you're
I'm stuck there.
You're stuck there. Okay, so we might have some chance. And well, I think you can still shoot into this because you're not counted as stuck in combat for a vehicle.
I believe so, but we'll double check that in just a minute.
So moving on to the more fun, we have here the charge. So we had the brutes who got the concussive special rule, which makes no difference. Oh, well, which could potentially make a difference, but he's only got 1 wound left. And all of the lesser demons rolled reach 1, so they actually go before your Leviathan.
Yeah, how many attacks do those guys get?
So they get 2 attacks each base, and they get 3 on the charge, and they're only weapon skill 4, though.
So let me help you with the dice again.
So it's 30, I think it'd be 60 dice, 60 attacks, right?
Is it 4 attacks each?
3 attacks each, there's 20 guys.
Oh, that's 60 attacks. So there's 15 if you just want to roll that.
So we'll do it in a box, I think. It might be easier than trying to pick it up off the table.
Or do you just want to roll it off camera because it's so many dice?
We could...
I think we probably should, just because otherwise we got to pick up, hand to you, pick up, hand to you, pick up, hand to you.
Let's roll this off camera and then phase back as the results come in.
So in the interest of time, because of all the lesser demons with the reach 1, we went ahead and rolled all of their mountain of 60 attacks off camera. Rich actually did better than expected and managed to sneak through a total of 5 wounds. Now these are going to be on the normal armor save of the Leviathan, but we at least wanted to get that part off camera first.
And then it comes down to initiative step 4. Which
Correct.
I think is the same initiative for both the... Oh, actually, my brutes are initiative step 5.
Okay, so get that out of the way.
So actually, he goes first. He has 4 attacks.
Yep.
4 attacks, and he's weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 5, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Or 3 hits.
That's
3
pretty
hits
good.
Here. And then strength is 6, toughness 7, 5s are needed. And he's on concussive as well.
And brutal 2.
So 2 brutal 2s, and 1 is a AP 2.
Okay.
So, because these immaterial blades are AP 2 on a 6.
Okay, so that brings the wound pool up to 7 on normal saves, and then you did a brutal 2
correct.
on the invuln.
On the invul.
Okay.
And then, well...
It's my strikes back?
Well...
Oh, no, I got to save all this first.
Save this, because you're initiative step.
Yep.
So
okay.
let's see how many he saves. So you got 7 to save first.
So here's the 7 normal saves.
Come on, 7 ones.
2 up. Just 1.
Just 1, and then the brutal 2 on the 5 up.
On the 5 up, on the brutal 2. Oh, only 2 wounds.
2 wounds totaled in this combat.
Okay.
And then you strike back, and this is probably going to hurt. So how are you allocating these wounds?
I'm actually going to allocate all to the lessers, because what I want to do is trigger your leadership checks.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so here's 4 attacks.
4 attacks hitting on 3s.
3s. There we go.
3 hits.
3 hits. And these are on 2s, and they're brutal 3s as well. That's 3 brutal 3s.
3 brutal 3s. I got to do the first one.
Yep.
First one. Come on, 5 5s.
Well, that'd be interesting on 3 dice.
And then the second one, 5 5s. No. And the last one, I need these 5 5s so I don't take this check. 5 5s!
There it is, 5 5s for those counting at home. 3 equals 5.
A 5 and a 5. So we have drawn that combat somehow because it's 2 wounds each.
Indeed. So you just lose 2 of the lessers.
Yes, 2 of the lessers.
And it's a drawn combat.
Drawn combat.
All right.
What a save with the 5s over here. So that was one of the big combats in turn 2.
Okay.
We're going to move on now to the other side of things, which is the
sovereigns.
The sovereigns are here.
Yes.
The sovereigns are here.
Yes.
And we need 5 attacks on the charge for the sovereigns.
Starting on you want to do just the tax squad one first? It's
yeah.
probably the easiest.
Do this tax squad first.
You're a higher initiative, correct?
I am initiative 6.
Okay.
So I am weapon skill 6, so I'm hitting on 3s.
That is correct.
So hitting on 3. Oh, and he didn't roll anything useful for his... he rolled concussive for his special ability.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that even comes into play.
Okay.
But 3s...
4 hits.
4 hits, and then his strength is high enough that he needs 2s to wound.
Okay.
And that is 3 wounds at brutal 2, so just 3 dead, unless you wish to...
Well, I have a feel no pain because I have line and I'm near the objective marker.
My strength is not high enough. My strength is 8.
Okay, never mind. No feel no pain, so just 3 dead.
For this turn, my strength is 8 because it's still in turn 2.
Okay.
Next turn, you will get your feel no pain if you're still around.
Thank you very much.
Basic strength.
Okay, so we just pile in like that now with the remaining guys. I have now 6 normal guys left. And I'm hitting you on 5s.
Yep.
Because you're higher weapon skill, but not double. And that's 1 nothing.
Nothing.
And then I have a sergeant with a power fist. Come on, baby. This is what we need. Nothing.
Wow, that's very unlucky from that tactical squad.
That is. So
they're losing by 3.
3, yep.
And I have fear for everything here, so fear 1. So you're losing by 4, basically, on your leadership of 8.
8. So, actually, believe it or not, I would love to flee.
Oh, because you want to open it up?
I want to open it up. So let's see what happens on a 4. I am most definitely fleeing.
You're definitely fleeing. So we have an initiative roll-off, and my initiative is 6.
Yep. You roll it first.
Oh, I don't think you can...
I can't even beat that, so they're just mown down.
They're mowed down. That is a tactical squad down.
Yep.
But like you said, he's leaving me open potentially for fire. I will consolidate this way. I think... Figure out the consolidation in a minute for this guy, but let's just move on to this unit here.
Okay.
So the way we rolled for this one is the first sovereign here at the very front rolled lance. So he actually can be hitting on 12s instead of the 14 of the armor.
That is correct.
For this Land Raider.
Yep.
Now suddenly the one at the back rolled concussive and doesn't make concussive and sunder. No, concussive. I think it's
just concussive.
It's just concussive. I don't think there's anything else that works. Oh no, sorry. He rolled ignoring it. The lance is the one that matters.
Okay.
So we got 5 attacks for the guy in the front.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s just because it's a vehicle. Oh, that's 4 hits.
Yep.
And then he's strength 8 against AV 12. So he needs 4s.
4s, that is correct.
4s for this. That's 2 pens.
Okay.
2 pens on this and strength 8 AP. Oh, and a 6 makes it AP 1. So there was 1 6 on this because his weapon goes to AP 1 on a 6.
But is that a rend? Because for purposes,
it's not a rend. It's the Material Blades changes the AP value on a 6 from a 2 to a 1.
Okay.
On the wounds there.
Okay, so then one of those you need to roll separately because that could potentially blow me up easier on a 5.
Well, let's just roll the first pen. This is a normal pen.
Okay.
6.
That's immobilized.
Mobilized.
Yep.
And then this is the one where if I roll a 6 again, right?
Indeed. A 5 or a 6 if it's AP 1.
Oh, this is AP 2.
So then it's just an explodes result.
So he's exploding.
Yep.
So he's exploded. Okay. So we don't have to do any more attacks then.
No, just roll the distance.
Roll the distance for this. 5 inches.
Oh, okay. Well,
explosion.
that's definitely catching all your sovereigns.
Yeah.
It's not catching anybody else.
So strength 8, and then it's catching everybody inside.
Everybody inside, correct.
So
I have 6 guys inside.
6 guys inside. We don't, and now the new rules are you don't separate it for the guys. It's just a wound pool now.
Just roll it.
In the past, it used to be each guy had to take a separate wound.
Yep.
I can't sadly kill your warlord just off in one go. So 2s. 4.
Okay, so let me just roll the saves right now. So this is on the Terminator Command Squad.
Yeah.
And we're all good. Nobody fails.
You're good. Okay, now on my 3 sovereigns.
Okay, I'll just do them one at a time. So this one over here that's wounded. 3.
Strength 8, toughness. Yes, correct.
All right, this one here. Nope.
Nope.
Your warlord. Yes.
Yes.
So just the wounded one and the warlord.
Wounded one. Fine. Warlord. Oh,
takes a
wound.
Nice.
He keeps taking wounds.
Even in death we serve, Land Raider.
And now we just have the it will not die because that's the end of my.
Well, let me do my pinning checks.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I got a pinning check here because of the explodes result. Now it is leadership 10 on a Praetor. We're perfectly fine. So the vehicle just explodes and we're in the footprint.
Charge in the next turn.
That is correct.
Yes. This might be quite deadly. So we'll do the it will not dies quickly.
Yep.
For this one here. 5 up. Nope. Is that a 4?
That's a 5.
Oh, that's a 5 actually.
It's back to 2.
Couldn't see that. No wounds on this guy, right?
Yep.
And then for the warlord, and that's another 5.
Back up to 1.
Back up to 1. Not a bad turn. We also scored 1 victory point.
That is correct.
For the back objective here. So we're, I think, tied on victory points.
3-3 indeed.
Sadly, the Sovereign can't score any victory points himself. And I think we're contesting it with these Immortals anyway.
I have 0 sympathy for you on that.
We'll be back with turn 3 for the Iron Hands.
Okay, so turn 3 for the Iron Hands. That was a little painful losing the Land Raider, but to be expected. Thankfully, the command squad was unharmed, which is even more important.
Could have wished that they were pinned, then they would be in trouble.
Whew, that would have been really, really bad. Okay, so we're going to start with movement. I've got a Rhino here that's just going to simply move out of the way. Did you want to react, anybody, to that? It's the empty Rhino, the attack squad that was in.
Oh, the attack squad's already left?
Yep.
I have 2 movement phase reactions. It might be quite key for my sovereigns here, to be honest. I'm okay, to be honest. I'm going to not get any closer to those other Terminator Gorgons.
Okay. Speaking of Terminator Gorgons, they are coming to actually say hello.
Yeah, I will react to that to get a bit further away.
Okay.
So he's going to move his 6 inches just backwards. He doesn't have to move fully, does he? He just has to move us up to 6 inches.
I think it's up to 6.
So just inch that to make it a longer charge.
Okay.
So also I don't want to trigger a dangerous terrain check for no reason here.
Yeah, that probably would not be good. So nothing else here is moving actually in the middle. I don't want to trigger any other movement reactions, so actually my javelin here in the back is going to stand still.
Okay.
My Medusan Immortals, I'm forgetting my units. My Medusan Immortals are also going to stand still because they want to be able to just unload on stuff, and I'm getting the benefit of this particular objective marker.
Yeah, but I am contesting it at this point in time.
Yes, which means we need to shoot you off of it in just a moment. Coming over to this side, now here's where I have a lot more decisions. So I'm actually going to come out with the Immortals, and I will leave it to you to decide how you want to potentially react to this.
I actually want to get closer to you, to be honest.
Okay, I'm an inch away, but I am within 3 of the objective there.
So I'm going to get closer to you with my lesser demons. They're going to advance on you.
Okay.
To move forward. So they'll move forward there 4 inches.
Okay. So we're just getting these guys out of the building, and I got to maintain coherency, so we're going to come a guy
And I have 2 movement reactions, right?
You said you had 2, yeah?
Yeah, so actually, I've used 1, right? I've used 1 already.
Yeah.
Actually, what I will do is then I will move the other lesser demons instead. These lesser demons here.
Okay.
They're going to move and react towards you because I'm also getting a bit further away from those Terminators. And these are the scoring units plus that scoring unit. I don't think your Gorgons score, do they?
They do not score, but the command squad does.
Yeah. So the command squad is surrounded by 3 sovereigns. If I can't do something with that in the next couple turns, then I've got bigger issues.
If I have to guess, I'm going to say you might be 1 or 2 sovereigns down after this turn, depending on what happens.
I think so too. I'm a bit worried about that. But yes, these demons, these lesser demons are going to move forward towards your Immortals. But we'll move those
in just a minute.
Shooting phase.
Yep. So that means the last thing that I'm then going to move is I'm going to go ahead and move this Rhino. And I am going to deploy the squad out because I want to take advantage of rapid fire. And you've used all your movement reactions?
Correct.
So then we will basically pop out here to hopefully mow down some lesser demons. Now that you're on turn 3, you don't get your bonuses anymore.
I'm not on toughness 5 or strength 5. This is the downside of the demons. They need to get up the field quickly in the first couple turns. If they don't, they're getting weaker and weaker. By turn 4, actually, since it's only a four-turn game,
Yep.
They're normal. Turn 5 and 6, if we were longer, they'd be down to strength 3 and toughness 3. And being instant killed by a lot of things.
Indeed. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically make sure that I don't fail my charge here because I want to go after actually the unwounded sovereign, believe it or not, because he is the one that's actually causing me headaches on the objective marker. And then the Gorgons here, if they're successful, could potentially take this guy off, which puts me in a position hopefully to score 2 points this turn, but we'll have to see what happens with all the shooting and the assault. All right, so turn 3 shooting for the Iron Hands. So since vehicles are never considered locked in combat, I'm going to go ahead and fire the combi bolter here. Now we are snap shooting because of the shaken and the stunned result. So this is just 2 shots twin linked on 6s. And on 6s. Nothing. All right. Next up, I'm going to actually go with the autocannons. The autocannons are going to fire into this cavalry because I want to go ahead and take them out and stop you from potentially surrounding and killing my dudes. So this is going to be 20 shots. I'll just roll this twice. So here's the first 10 on 3s. That's a pretty good roll. That's 8 hits.
8 hits.
And here's the second 10. Not as good. So that's only 4. So that's 12.
12 hits.
12 hits.
My
And
toughness is 4, so it's 2s.
yep. And then 6 is Ren, but it's all AP4 anyhow.
AP4, it's all taking my invul anyway.
Okay, so this is on 2s. 12.
Oh, that's like 11, no, 10.
That's 10. You owe me 10 invulns, sir.
10 invuls. 2, 4, 5.
And 3 guys are already wounded.
2, hold on. 2, 4, 5 dice, 7 dice, 3 more. Trying to pick up dice with the offhand while looking at the camera.
I was not there to help you this time, sorry.
So we'll do in the bowl, just because it's easier for me, and I'm looking for 5s.
Yes.
Sorry, how many is 10, right?
10.
1, 2, 3, 3 saves.
So 7 go through.
7 wounds, and they're 2 wounds each. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, because wounded is 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. So that is a squad wipe.
Squad wipe for those guys. The assault cannons, or there's auto cannons.
The auto cannons.
Shooting phases for the demons, if they don't have their feel no pains, really does hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're gone.
Okay. Next up, I'm going to do the Gorgons into this unit of cavalry right here. Or excuse me, the Medusan Immortals into this unit.
Sure.
Okay, I've got 18 shots with bolters. And then I've got 1...
I can't shroud because they're fearless, right? Fearless units.
Fearless units can't shroud. Okay, so here's 18 shots.
Oh wait, no, they're not fearless. They just don't take leadership checks.
Why don't we take a break and check that? So we've double checked, and because demons are not fearless, you can shroud.
Yeah, we just have this funny leadership thing for losing and automatically passing checks.
Okay, so the Immortals are going to go still into here. It's going to be 18 shots with the bolters since I didn't move, and rapid fire. And then 1 with the Melta. So here's the 18 with the bolters. So this is hitting on 3s. I'm going to roll it in the box just because it's so many dice. That's a pretty good roll.
That's a pretty good roll. That's 2 misses.
That's only
16.
2 misses. And you're back down to toughness 4, correct?
Correct. So 4 is to wound.
4 is to wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 saves you on me. It could have been a lot worse.
And this is AP?
AP 5 bolters.
AP 5 bolters, and cavalry have armor save 4. So the cavalry can have a 4+ save.
Yep.
For how many? 6.
6.
And then we've also got a 5+ shroud, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So we'll do here 6 dice.
Okay.
On 4s. Oh, that's 3 saved. And then 3 more on 5s. 2 saved. So that's just 1 wound.
Just 1 wound so far?
1 wound on a cavalry guy.
Okay, and now here's the Melta gun, which of course misses. All right, so that's only 1 wounded cavalry.
1 wounded cavalry.
I wanted that to be a lot better, but that's okay. Okay.
Testing.
Yes. So next, however, we're going to go into the javelin. Now this is where I can instant kill potentially some guys.
Yes.
So 2 crack missiles and 1 multi-melta.
Yep.
I'll roll the crack missiles here, twin linked. They both hit. Let's see if they wound. Of course, only 1 wounds.
1 wound. Then I just have a 5+ invul. Is it? I guess my cavalry again, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And you can only shroud against 1 unit.
Yes.
So.
Yes, he saved the 5+.
Of course, the multi-melta twin linked. So it hits. 1 more invuln, sir.
Come on, another 5. No, 1 guy is dead, so the guy with the wound is gone.
That is correct.
That's not enough to take a check, though.
No, that's a little unfortunate.
Take these away. They're spiky.
Let me help you. Let me help you.
Spiky models.
All right. So we got that out. There we go. Okay, and then next up, we're going to go ahead and move over here to the Gorgons.
What are the Gorgons going after?
They're going to go after your Sovereign because I'm going to charge him anyhow.
Okay.
I do need a tape measure. You took my tape measures.
I'm stealing things from my opponent here.
Yep.
Trying to get a good picture of the Gorgon. This lovely scenery in the middle is very tall and very in the way.
Okay. Everybody is definitely in range.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got 4 guys with combi bolters.
Okay.
Actually, they all have combi bolters. This isn't the command squad, so it's going to be 10 shots, twin linked.
Okay.
All right. So these are hitting on 3s, twin linked.
Yeah.
And we'll re-roll the misses. So 3 misses. That's all hits.
Yep, and wounding on 6s, toughness 7.
Yep.
Toughness 6, sorry.
Toughness 6 now, right?
Yeah, toughness 6, but still 6s.
Just 1.
1 save on a 2-up. He's fine.
Perfectly good.
6.
Okay, and then the next thing it's going to shoot is actually going to be the Rhino is going to pop off
Rhino.
2 shots into the... 1 shot into the Lesser Demons, just so we can do that.
1 shot into my Lesser Demons, okay.
Okay, twin linked.
Twin linked.
No.
2 2s.
Okay,
A lot of 2s with those dice.
A lot of 2s, yeah.
Command squad.
Yes, command squad. So that's going to be 10 shots from the command squad and
into
2
the unharmed. That's the unharmed guys, I guess.
unharmed guy, because that's the one I want to take out. So let's see. All right, so 10 shots. Twin linked once again. I'll re-roll that.
Okay, take those 2s up.
All right, so twin linked. 8 hits.
8 hits.
And once again, 6s.
6s to wound.
1. 1 again.
2 up. Oh, cocked.
It's okay.
Okay, so
Don't worry
4,
about it.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. And then I got the Volkite Charger on the Iron Father. That's going to be 2 hits. This is strength 5, toughness 6, so there's going to be 5s. And that's nothing.
Nothing.
So
Okay.
far, not successful. Let's come back over here.
We've got the Immortals.
Yes, so the Immortals are actually going to shoot at, I think what we're going to do because of line of sight, I'm going to shoot everything at this unit here.
To say, the way you've laid those guys out, it's more targets on, but less in rapid fire range.
One guy is not
guy
going to be
out.
in, so
Yep.
I've got 8 guys, so 16 shots.
Yeah. Are you going to shoot the these guys as well at the same unit, or are you going to hold
I'm going to wait and see what happens with this round of shooting.
Because otherwise, it would say you could just do it all in one go.
No, because this matters actually.
Yeah.
So
if you wipe these out, you're going to change targets.
yes, so here's the 16 from the bolters, and
one miss.
One miss. That's a good round.
One miss, and then 4s.
The wounds are being
the
let
wounds,
down.
that's
3.
3.
Okay.
Okay. I will borrow some black dice from my other stack. And these are the guys that are being hit.
Yes,
And it's AP 5, so they're bypassing their armor save straight to their invul.
that's correct.
5 up saves.
So 2 down.
2 down. 2 are dead.
And then I've got a melt-a-gun,
Yes, okay.
and that's a hit.
That's a 1. Yep.
And that's a wound. Just 1 invul.
5 up. No,
Another
a
one
third
down.
guy is gone. That's still not enough for a break check, though.
No, it's not. So now the other squad that was the tac squad that got out is going to go ahead and shoot the same target.
20 shots, I'm guessing, coming my way.
Yep, so here's the first 19. And then I'll re-roll one of the misses for 20.
Is there a melt-a-gun in there?
No, this is just bolters.
But the sergeant has a bolter, too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I counted 20. So 5
Oh,
misses.
sorry, you have 19 dice. Keep forgetting they come in packs of 19 for the
Yes.
Forge Roll dice.
Yes, that's
Sorry.
correct. And then here's the wounds. Again, the wounds letting me down.
4.
4. Wow,
4.
I'm getting so many hits, but no wounds.
Again, this unit, these Nurglings are eating some bolter fire, but only 4 are going through their flesh. How many are doing any damage?
3 more.
3 more, and that's enough for a break check, for a leadership check.
And then I've got the combi bolter on the Rhino just because I want to try and get as many guys as I can. Twin linked,
linked.
thankfully. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And
4s.
to wound.
Nothing.
Okay, so you just tell me the instability check or whatever that
7
is.
for the leadership check. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, ice cold.
Ice cold, those demons. But they did lose 6. That's 6 down in that unit. Not a terrible shooting phase. I think that's everything, right?
That's everything.
We
So
did lose a whole cavalry squad.
you did. You lost this cavalry squad over here. That was around the Rhino. I had almost no choice because I didn't want that Rhino to get surrounded and destroyed. This was crucial. You managed to weather a lot of firepower there.
And, well, you missed a lot, I think, and I did some good saves.
I did, yes. So mediocre. What's going to matter now, I think, is the assault phase, because if I don't do some serious damage with my 2 charging units, it could be game over. Let's see what happens with the charges in just a minute. Okay, this is where it really comes down to it. This is either going to go really well or really badly. So I'm going to do the Gorgons. They're going to charge into the Wounded Sovereign. We've pre-measured off camera, and it's going to be a 9-inch.
I'm not going to react to this. I only have 1 reaction, and I want to disorder a closer one. This
All right.
command squad scares me.
All right, let's see what happens. Yes, we get
just
there.
in.
That will work, yes. That's very helpful because that is a lot of fists and thunderhammers and other Iron Hands goodness coming at you.
We rolled off camera, and this sovereign has the concussive rule for close combat,
That's correct.
and this sovereign has the shred rule for close combat. And he will do a hold
the line?
to disorder you there.
Okay.
So I don't think you can fail this. So I don't think there's any point in rolling it.
No, but you got to roll your. Don't you have to roll
No,
your?
there's no
No leadership check
just
for hold the
roll
line? Okay, so then obviously I'm just in, so that's a 9. So we'll go ahead and pile in there. Too many spiky things. Okay, so we're piled in with these 2 combats. Why don't we just go ahead and start with this one? We'll make our way over.
Yep. I have initiative 6.
Okay.
What is your initiative?
I have a Praetor who is an Iron Father, and that I think is going to make him initiative 5. So you're going to be striking first.
So I have 4 attacks, and the average weapon skill of you is 5, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to be hitting on 4s. That's 2 only.
That'll work.
2.
That'll work.
And wound strength is 7. brutal 2, wounding on 2s.
That's correct.
And these are AP2 as standard.
Okay.
Yeah. And their strength is only 7, so it's not instant deathing you, but it is Murderous Strike 5+.
Okay.
And then this, so basically
Two brutal 2s.
2 brutal 2s, no Murderous Strikes.
Okay.
And I didn't need the shred.
So I'll take these on normal guys. So the first one, I basically need 4 ups. Now these are 2 wound models. So the first guy is dead. The second guy is dead, of course.
2 guys are dead.
That's
good.
that's very how this game has been going.
That's taking some guys out. That's some attacks back I don't have to deal with.
Okay, so now the Iron Father, now since this was a disordered charge, he doesn't get his attack bonus.
Oh, yeah.
He has 4 attacks, and he's at weapon skill 6. And what's your weapon skill?
He has weapon skill 6 as well.
Okay, so hitting you on 4s with the Iron Father.
Yeah.
That's better, so that's 2. This is a Paragon Blade, strength 5, toughness 6, correct?
So toughness is 6, so you're hitting on 5s.
Yep, and Murderous Strike is 6s.
6s.
Ooh, there's one. There's
so he
one.
has a 4+ invul.
Yep.
No, that's a 1. And so he takes D3 wounds. Do you want to roll a D3? Because it's your...
Yeah, let me see how many D3 wounds we got. So, just one, of
wound.
course.
Okay, so he's on 1 wound.
Yep, and then for the Terminators, so because it was disordered, I have 6 attacks coming out of them. Weapon skill 5, your weapon skill 6, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, so I need 5s with these. I do not have Hatred, not with this unit.
Not with this unit. It's every other unit other than his?
Well, actually, let me just check that real quick. Give me just a moment. Let me just make sure that I don't have Hatred with the Iron Father.
We will get some cinematic shots with the rest of these guys here.
Answer is no, I do not have Hatred, so that's good. It's good that we didn't miss anything there. Okay, so here's the 6 attacks from the remaining members of the command squad. So these are hitting on 5s. 2 hits, I'll take that. These are fists or chain fists.
Okay.
So wounding you on 2s, toughness 6.
Toughness 6, correct.
That's 2 invuls, please,
2
sir.
invuls, and these are not brutal of any sort, right?
That's
correct.
correct.
So these are just 4+ invul saves. Both saved.
Oh, no.
4. That means you have lost that combat by 2, but you don't modify your leadership, right? Because of this special unit.
Yeah, because I have the standard, right? So
but is that subject to fear? Are you stubborn? You're stubborn, right?
my warlord trait is Silver Iron Will.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's just see what happens. Let's roll for the dice and let's see if it matters.
Come on, high dice.
8. So even with a minus
that was a 6.
even with a -2, it would still be
Yeah,
leadership 10.
you're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
perfectly fine. So
I saw that 6 and I was hoping above hopes.
that did not go very well.
Let's see if this goes better.
Let's see if this goes better. You're still striking before me.
Oh, I am, yes. So this is 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
That's correct.
That's 3 hits. 3 hits there. And
Yep.
strength, so 2s and murder strike 5s.
Okay.
And he has concussive, so it doesn't matter. So just 2 brutal 2s.
Okay. So now these are Gorgon Terminator armor, so these are on 5s. So the first guy, 1 wound. And the second guy,
Well, the same guy then.
same guy. So one guy's down.
Dead.
Yep, so we'll put a guy down.
Yeah, 1 guy's down. And
Okay.
you attack back.
So I have, now this wasn't disordered, so the 3 remaining normal guys would be 9 attacks.
Yeah.
But you're a higher weapon skill, so I'm hitting you
on 5.
on 5s. We need a good roll here.
1.
1. Uh-oh, this is where it all goes off the rails.
This is not the Thunderhammer. You've got the Thunderhammer coming, right? So
I do, yeah. So 3 to wound, so
Oh no, it's a 1.
nothing. So
Nothing
now
to wound here.
here's the Hammer Bearer, 3 attacks base and charge.
4, yeah.
Still hitting on 5s.
5s. Oh, there's 1.
1.
1 again. Okay, but it's brutal.
Brutal, but winning on 3.
On 3s, strength 8,
Toughness 6, yeah.
2s.
Yep, so brutal 2.
So brutal 2, I've got 4 ups. And that's 1 wound, and so it means I still win that combat.
You do. We are
1.
stubborn, however, so let's just see.
-1, but no, fear doesn't affect stubborn. It only affects the dishonorable, I think.
Okay, let's
So
just
it
check
just
and see if it
seems-
matters.
No. Oh, 9.
Let me double check this.
What's your leadership? 8
Yeah, I think
or
it's a
9?
10, but let me double check. So, the Gorgon Terminators are leadership 9.
Leadership 9. We better check if stubborn is affected by fear, because fear did do things to units.
Yeah, we'll check in just a moment. We'll be right back. So just in the interest of making sure we get everything right, we double checked, and yes, stubborn is not affected by any sort of modifiers for fear. The Gorgons unfortunately only did 1 wound and then they stuck, so both of those sovereigns are basically untouched, and this is going to be really bad. All right, so coming here to this combat, we rolled everything off camera. So the lesser demons, I think, got shred.
Yep.
And this guy got concussive again.
Yes, he did get concussive.
And he's initiative 5, so you're going to be striking first.
So he has 3 attacks. He's hitting on 4s because we're the same. Oh, that's a cocked one. God. Yeah, that's 2 6s.
Okay.
And then his strength is 5
So you
and
need 6s.
because your toughness, I've lost that strength bonus.
Yep.
No, nothing there.
Okay.
And this is why I'm relying on these shreds. But you do your guy first.
Yep, I'm going to put all 4 into the lessers again because I'm really trying to trigger those checks and kill more models. So hitting on 3s, and that's not good.
2.
That's 2. And then you owe me 2 brutal 3s.
2 brutal 3s. Can I do this 3+ save again?
You might. Your dice have been hot.
5 up 3 times. No, that's 1 dead.
Okay.
And then that's 2 dead. 2 dead in the same initiative step.
Yes.
And again, there's a mountain of dice for these guys. So we're going to do this quickly off camera and come back with just the saves for the
Leviathan,
if there is any.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So we rolled the mountain of attacks for the lesser demons off camera, and after all of their swings, even with shred, there was only 2 wounds that were caused to the Leviathan.
Yeah.
These are normal saves, so on 2-ups. And we passed both, so that means we actually won the combat by 2.
Yes, by 2. So this combat here is going to be leadership checks at -2, and they're all leadership 7 here.
Okay.
So we will do for the lesser demons first on a 5.
Okay. So they fail.
6, they fail. They fail by D3 wounds.
That's 2 more dead.
2 more dead.
Okay.
And then the important one, the brute, who only has a wound left. He can't fail this. He needs to roll low. No,
Yeah,
he's dead.
He's gone as well.
He's only got 1 wound left. That brute is removed. That is a drawn, well, I say a stuck combat. That Leviathan is still stuck there, but we are slowly being whittled away. It kind of was the goal.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to just do a quick recap for the Iron Hands, not good, actually. So Leviathan being stuck, I don't really care too much about because he's kind of gumming things up. But what really went badly was these 2 combats against the Sovereigns. I really thought I was going to be able to kill 1 for sure, and then possibly a second if I got lucky. And as you can tell, I lost 3 Terminators and did a whopping 1 wound to those 2 units. Yeah, that could have been the pivotal point of the game. We'll see what happens in turn 3 for the Demons just a minute, and I also was not able to score anything. So we're actually stuck on 3-3 right now with the potential of the Demons going ahead.
Movement phase for the Demons in turn 3. We had a good start of the phase, but now I think we've just got to continue our aggressive approach. The cavalry are going to run across the front of these immortals just to give them a scare. I don't think they're that afraid, but they'll move their full, well, just past the point because I still want them on the point in case things go wrong.
So kind of like that?
Yeah, they need to be contesting. Then we'll be moving these lesser demons up their full distance because they might want to try and get a charge off.
And that's 7, correct?
Yeah, 7 inches there.
Okay, let me just help you out in the interest of expediency.
We're going to shuffle these guys just to the side so that they are still in the point but out of line of sight of the autocannons.
Makes total sense.
They're just trying to score, and I think that Leviathan is going to be stuck for at least another turn, and we are in turn 3 here. Finally, since there is no movement reaction at all for this Iron Hands army, we are going to inch forward towards the Immortals here and just get within an inch.
Yes.
So that we can have a double charge of units in this here just to keep it interesting. I need to get rid of their scoring, and I think their command squad is not long for this world.
And yes, just for the interest of those wondering why I don't have a movement phase reaction, it's because of the Iron Hands Warlord trait, Silver Iron Will. It allows me to take an extra reaction in either the shooting or the assault phase, but nothing in the movement phase. That's the reason why I haven't been doing anything to react to any of the demon movement all game.
And since I don't shoot anything, it's just 2 assault phase reactions.
Just 2 assault phase reactions every turn.
And then I think just to help out here, this Sovereign is going to come and do the command squad. I think they're the ones that potentially are more in trouble than the Gorgons. And we'll be back with the assault phase in a moment. For the assault phase, for the demons, we're going to start with the cavalry charging into this immortal squad. Are you going to do a reaction to this?
I'm going to use my advanced reaction. I mean, I know that you're going to use that to tease it out, but I might as well do it because otherwise I'm just going to get potentially 2 units charging into me.
Yeah,
so
I think that's the right choice.
I'll do the Gorgon Spite. That's the one that allows me to fire twice.
So a total of what, 40 shots from those guys? Or there's a melter in there?
Well, they get hot, so I have to roll them separately. So why don't you go ahead and roll your charge distance first?
Okay.
Well, I don't think you can fail.
Yeah, 5 inches I'm in.
Okay, so let's do this. Each bolter then in rapid fire range shoots twice, so that's 4 shots each.
And they're all getting hot, right?
They're all getting hot. So the first guy, 2 hits.
2 hits, okay. I'll keep track of these.
Okay, the second guy, 3 hits.
3 hits.
Third guy, 4 hits.
Okay.
There's the 6s. Now we're starting to roll. And this is the fourth guy. 1 hit.
1 hit.
The fifth, 2 gets hot and 2 hits.
Okay.
I'll just do the hot,
right.
the gets hot right now. And then a feel no pain.
4 up.
Yes.
Yes.
And here's the 6th guy. 3 hits.
Okay.
And the 7th guy. 4 hits.
Wow.
The 8th guy.
Ooh, 3 gets hot.
3 gets hot, so here's the normal armor saves. And a feel no pain. He's good. And then the sergeant. So these are his 4 shots from the sergeant. 4 more hits.
4 more hits. Okay, wow. So these are the hits. I just moved some dice. So
Okay.
4, 8, 12, 16, 23.
All right. Nice, nice.
This is going to hurt.
So here's
23 on 4s.
Yes, here's the first 19, and I haven't done the melt again yet either.
Ah, yes.
So here's the first 19 of 23, and then I will re-roll 4 of the misses. Okay, so I need 4s.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent roll, actually. And that is going to force you to take 4, 8, 10, 12 saves so far.
Well, they're all going to be on my AP, so that's 12 I need to take on invols. Might as well throw the melter in because it's going to be the same.
Yeah, let's do, well, the melter can
actually-
instant kill.
Instant kill, but he could also instant kill himself.
He could, so let's go ahead and roll this. 2 hits with the melter.
Okay, and 2s.
And
2
2.
instant death.
Yes.
Okay, so 12 5-ups first.
Yep.
This is going to be painful here. We've got to find 12 dice. 3, 6, 9. Oh my god, 12 dice. And 5s. I don't think these guys are around, but we'll look. They got 2-1 models each. On 5s, 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. They're all dead.
Perfection. Well, that worked out well. So
that is that unit wiped.
that's 1 threat removed.
And then we have the 4-inch roll for the lesser demons. Please don't fail this, because then we've sacrificed something in vain.
Oh, there it is, 7.
7 inches. I think they're good, and maybe not everybody will get in with the pile-in, but that's enough on this side.
Okay.
We have the other side, and these are kind of automatically in, because we're an inch away, we're an inch away, and we're an inch away. What we're going to do is we're going to roll and move off camera for the charges and what the special ability is for the combats.
That is correct.
And then we'll be back with some of the attacks.
Okay, so in the combat with the lesser demons coming in against the immortals, because again it was a mountain of attacks, they also had reach as part of their instability, not instability, what's it called?
Dominion.
Dominion. So they swung first, and after all the swings, they did 6 normal wounds?
6 normal wounds. So 7 normal wounds.
So 7 normal wounds?
And 3
AP3s.
AP3s because of their something blades.
Yes, so I'm going to start with the sergeant. So because he's got artificer armor, I can attempt to tank these AP3s. Yeah. Of course. 4 feel no pain. Yes. Second. Of course. 4 feel no pain. Yes. The last one. Oh, okay.
My God.
And then these are all 3-ups.
These are all 3-ups. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh
there's
my gosh.
These are feel no pains.
These are all feel no pains. Ooh,
1,
not
2,
bad. 3 down.
Are dead before they get to strike back.
That's correct. And now I get my swings back.
Those were unlucky, but lucky in the sense you'll feel no pains.
Yeah, I probably should have tanked more on the sergeant, but that's okay. So I've got 6 regular guys left, so they only have...
You weren't tempting fate there.
I know, right? So these are only 1 attack each. Now I do have hatred because of my rite of war.
Yeah, so you can re-roll these.
Hitting on 4s, and then re-roll the 2 misses.
2 misses.
That's good for another hit.
Yeah.
And then these are wounding on
4s.
4s.
As well.
normal stats. So you owe me 1 save.
1 save, 5 up in vol.
Yep.
No, one guy is dead.
Okay, and then I have a sergeant. Hopefully the power fist will help me to draw this combat. So let's go ahead and do those 2 attacks. So on 4s with hatred.
Need the hatred.
Need the hatred. No. And on a 2. Yep.
Yeah, and then a 5 again.
1 more invuln.
No, 1 more guy dies. You lose this by 1, but you're stubborn, right?
I'm stubborn, that's correct. So let's just check the stubborn. I'll just roll it right here. I saw the 5. We're good.
Good. 8's there. 8's still fine.
Yep.
We rolled this off camera as well because I have a mountain attacks and my lesser demons have shred, but after all of that mountain attacks, they only caused 1 wound. And he has just a normal 2+ save.
So here's the save, and we're good.
Yeah, there's the 5.
Here's his 4 attacks coming back.
Hitting on 3s.
That's 3 hits. That's what we need.
And then brutal 3s on 2s.
You owe me 3 brutal 3s.
I think these are 3 wounds, but let's roll them out for your viewing pleasure.
2.
Oh, and yeah, there we go. 3 wounds. I lose by 3. I'm taking a save on a 4. Let's do on a 4 here. And
fail.
Failed.
Instability?
Instability of 3.
Ooh, 3 more.
So 6 lost in that combat.
Oh, that's helpful.
Ooh. They might not hold for a whole other turn.
Very helpful.
Might be enough to hold him just for his.
Now, we have still a lot more combat over on this side of the table, obviously, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a pause there and come back in just a moment because we need to go ahead and allocate all of our dice and everything so that you're not waiting around for no reason. We'll be back in just a second.
Yep, a few moments later.
Okay, so this scrum over here is also very complicated because this unit of lesser demons has reach, which means they're striking at initiative 5. And then you've got the other lesser demons at initiative 4, and then my guys at initiative 4, which would be piling in. So that's the reason why we're doing this separately. So after this unit did all of its attacks, you actually got 6 AP3s, and those are normal saves.
5 normal saves.
All right, now I'm going to attempt to tank on the Artificer of the Sergeant, and we do play the S&N rules where you can only do up to his initiative.
Yes.
So here's the first one. Of course.
4 up.
4 up, feel no pain. And the sergeant's okay.
Oh, these feel no pains are saving you.
Second one.
That's
Good.
good.
Third. Good. Fourth. Good.
Okay.
Now these are all normal saves.
Oh, there's 2 AP3s there that don't get a save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The remaining 2.
Well, I can actually take him on the Librarian.
You want to take him on the Librarian?
So the Librarian. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I'm going to take more on the Librarian because his is not an upgrade. Good. 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 Good.
Wow.
Good. So
everybody.
that resolves initiative 5, and the reason why we separated that, again, because theoretically, Rich could have actually killed off enough guys where this unit wouldn't swing and I wouldn't swing. That's the reason why we resolved the initiative 5 stuff first.
Yeah.
And then so at initiative 4, then we have the pile-in moves. Whoops. There and there.
Rhino down.
Rhino down, and then that's going to mean one of the immortals back here is actually not going to be able to swing. So now let's resolve initiative 4, and I think you had all of your guys except for maybe 3 that couldn't swing out of the Demonette unit.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of attacks. I think maybe we roll this again off camera.
Yes.
And phase back in for your swings, which are considerably less.
Yes. Well, actually, hold on just 1 second, because I realized that my Librarian is also initiative 5 as well.
Yeah,
so let me get that out of the way.
Who are you going to attack? Which unit?
I'm going to attack into, obviously, the Demonettes, because they haven't swung yet. He's going to activate Force.
Yep.
It's a Force Maul, which a 9. He's activating Force. So he has 3 attacks base, and he has 2 weapons. Because he has a Force Maul.
He has leadership 9, right? Yeah.
Yeah, leadership 9. So this is
I have fear.
Okay.
I cause fear, which lowers your leadership, unless your entire unit is stubborn.
So again, to get everything right, we wanted to make sure that we didn't do something wrong with the leadership check on activating the Force weapon. So he does activate his Force weapon successfully at initiative 5, which means he swings before the Demonettes. He has 3 attacks base. He has 2 weapons, Power Maul and the Bolt Pistol. And we're hitting you on 3s, and now this unit does have hatred because of the bitter duty I gave to the Librarian. He also gets the hatred from the unit. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling. So that's 3 hits so far. That's 4 hits. Now this is a strength 6 force weapon, so basically any 2s are just going to kill somebody outright. And that's going to be 4 of the Demonettes that are down.
Yep. So that's the back row.
Yeah, so and then on their pile in, the guys that wouldn't be able to swing are now able to swing.
Yeah.
So now you have your mountain of Demonette attacks coming at the same time as the rest of my immortals, and we'll resolve that in just a moment. Okay, because of the shred and everything else, we resolved all the lesser Demonette attacks first. So the net result of all of that was 5 went through at AP3, and 16 went through at normal saves. But before I roll my saves, we're going to go ahead and swing back with the immortals.
Yeah.
So all of them immortals piled in, so only one guy's out. So I have 8 normal guy attacks. Again, this all has hatred. So hitting on 4s. And then we have hatred for the misses. So that's going to be, 7 hits. That's not bad.
That's a good number.
And then to wound,
4s again.
4s.
Whoa.
That's nice. That's 4 saves you owe me so far.
4 saves.
And then we have a power fist.
Yeah.
So 2 attacks with hatred. 1 more. And that'll be 1 more save you owe me, so 5 total.
5 total. It doesn't matter because they're 1 wound models anyway.
Yeah, so why don't you do yours first? So do your 5.
And these are on 5s.
So,
4 are dead.
okay, so that's 4 more.
Wow.
2, 3, 4. So you're 8 down so far.
Negative.
Okay, and now I got to do these. Now, because we're playing the S and N rules, I can't tank on the sergeant. I'm tanking on the librarian. So I'm going to start with these AP3s. Yeah. I've got 5 to roll. So here's the first one.
1.
The second.
2.
Third. Fourth.
So librarian tanking.
Fifth.
Oh, and now you have 16 more. You're going to tank these on librarian too.
I might as well start, right? Because otherwise I could be losing a lot of guys. So I happen to have 16 dice here. So let's go. Librarian, go.
That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my God.
7.
7. He's got and a feel no pain.
He doesn't have a
Doesn't have a feel no pain.
No,
So
he
that's
doesn't have a
1.
feel no pain.
Okay,
So that's 1 so far.
You're going to keep going because he's only got 2 wounds, right?
I am not. So I'm going to take these on the 3-ups of the regular guys. Okay, and then 2 fails, and then these are going to be the feel no pain 4-up. So
1. So 2 wounds total.
2 wounds total. So the librarian takes a wound, and I lose 1 immortal.
Yeah.
That's going to put you losing by 6.
Yeah, and my leadership. So Snake Eye is basically for both these.
Yeah, for both of these units. Yeah.
So for the lesser demons, for the demonette lesser demon squad, that is not a Snake Eyes.
Okay.
They're going to lose.
How many more? 2. Okay.
And then for the plague bearers, that is close to a Snake Eyes, but
dangerously
it's
close.
not enough.
Yep.
And they're going to lose 3.
3.
So
that
was painful.
That went better than expected. So the net result was a wounded librarian and 1 immortal.
Well, you tanked so many.
I did tank a lot.
Librarian.
I did tank a lot. Well, my dice have been terrible, to be fair.
It's true. It's true. It is true. You are doing well over here. And then now we've got the fun stuff. So all of my sovereigns rolled reach.
Yes.
So it makes no difference for them in terms of what we're doing in close combat, since my initiative is already higher.
That is correct. So you want to just start here with the Gorgons against that one?
Yeah, so we've got 5 attacks base.
Okay. And you're hitting me on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
All. And then wounding on 2s with brutal 2.
Okay.
And these are AP2, AP1 doesn't make a difference for you. Ooh, that's only 3 because that's 2 1s.
Ooh, I got lucky there.
So 3 brutal 2s.
Okay, so I've got 4 guys still left there. Yeah. So here's the first one, and these are not instant death.
No.
So
well, they were murder strike, but I didn't check which ones they were.
That's
so it doesn't matter.
1 dead.
Yeah.
2 dead.
That's.
And it didn't matter. 3 dead because you guys only have a 5-up invul.
It's not a 4-up. Yeah.
No, so that's
dead.
it. Yep.
So Thunderhammer hitting me back.
Let's see what we can do. So 3 attacks, but I'm hitting on 5s. Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
that's losing by 6.
Yeah, but I'm stubborn.
Oh,
so
yes,
stubborn on these guys. So let's see if we stick. 8, we do. So the lone hammer bear sticks.
Holds me down.
Yes, probably not a good idea to stick, but he's there.
In the face there. Okay. So we have 1 Hammer of Wrath here, which probably won't make any difference.
Yeah, your Warlord charged in.
Causes a normal wound on there at initiative 10.
Okay, let's do just a normal save. Yeah, we're good.
Fine. Okay, and then, well, since these guys are all the same, I'll just do them all at the same time, so just 10 attacks.
That's fine.
3, 6, and then 4 more. That's 10 attacks here.
Okay.
I'll just move your dead men out of the way so I can have less bouncing on some nice models.
Yeah, I realized I forgot something with my Iron Father too in the last combat, but it's okay. His Machinator Array. Yeah, I forgot about it.
So I thought that was part of it.
It's okay.
And then, so these are hitting on 3s because your
weapons go 5.
Weapons go 5. Ooh, missed quite a few.
I'll take that.
And then wounding on 2s again.
Okay.
And that is
5
brutal 2s.
Okay.
And you have better save on these
I have better save on these guys. So these are 4-ups. Yeah. So first, you said 5?
5. Yeah.
All right, first one, save.
Saved.
Second one,
saved. Oh!
Uh-oh, third one, takes a wound.
Takes a wound, okay.
The fourth one, kills him.
Kills him, yes.
And the fifth one,
Takes a wound. Wow.
So
only
one down.
3 wounds total.
3 wounds total.
3 wounds total.
So 1 down, and then 1 guy is wounded.
Now, who are you going to attack back with whom?
I'm going to attack everything actually into... Well,
Warlord or...
I think I'm going to go Warlord, just because you're already wounded.
Got a wound on this, yes.
Yes. So let's start with the Paragon Blade.
Yeah.
So Ironfather has 4 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting you on 4s, because we're both 6.
We're both 6, yes, correct.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Strength 5.
Strength 5, toughness 6, so 5.
5s, but then also 6 would be Murderous Strike for the Paragon Blade. Nothing.
Ooh.
Now we got Fists and Chain Fists.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, he has to go against that guy because he's not touching him.
Correct.
So we'll just do his 2 attacks there against your Warlord.
And you might as well do the Machinator Array as well. Oh no, because that's your weapon skill, right?
Yeah, so here, well, I'll do the Machinator Array.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then here's the one command squad.
One command squad guy.
2 hits. Ooh.
2 hits.
Only on 3s.
3s.
You want me 2 invols?
2 invols of 4 up.
Yep.
Oh, it
2
takes 2
wounds.
wounds.
That'll
so
work.
He's on 3 totaled.
Yep. And then I have
1 guy.
1 guy against the unwounded Sovereign right here. So this is 2 attacks on 5s once again.
Nothing.
Nothing. So you did 3, I did 2.
Yes, so you lose by 1, so you're still stubborn.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Don't flee. No, we didn't flee.
Fine.
Okay, we're
and
good.
it's my phase, so I get my It Will Not Die.
That's correct.
5 up on the guy with the Gorgons. He has a
Of
wound
course,
back.
that's his 2nd time.
And then the Warlord.
Yep.
No, the Warlord is the one who's never getting any wounds back, and everybody else is around him. No, not blessed by his god. All in all, not terrible for the demons. We're holding up the points here and slowly whittling away. We get an extra point for the last objective in the back. This was a disappointing combat, though. We lost a lot against those immortals. That librarian really came into play.
He did.
And really made his points, to be honest, worth there. We've killed a lot of these lesser demons, and yet the sovereigns are still being held up. That stubborn really does play against them.
I will take that, because actually if I can whittle down and maybe get lucky. Now I am down 4-3 because you just scored a point for the lesser demons in the back. I really need these combats against the lessers to go well. If they go well in my turn, we could have a different ball game. But if they don't go well, then it could be game over. We'll see what happens. So turn 4 for the Iron Hands and potentially the last turn of the game. I got to try and pull something out of my backside, as we say in the US. So we're going to start with this Rhino here. Now they are no longer shaken, stunned, or pinned inside, and I have to play very aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead and move him basically 7. And then I'm going to go ahead and deploy the guys out 7. So we'll come back out in just a minute after I'll place those guys, because I want to be able to try and shoot these lessers over here. Then we've got the Javelin. So the Javelin, it doesn't really matter where he goes, because you're still going to get cover from that no matter what. And I'm 1 inch out, but I want to be able to shoot as much as possible again into those lessers. Unfortunately, the autocannons can't really see anything, and they don't have anything to shoot. So
I got them out of line of sight on that.
Yes, and so even if I move down and try to get out, I don't have enough movement to actually get out. So unfortunately, the autocannons are kind of lost. Last thing would go ahead and be this Rhino over here. Doesn't really matter, because once more I can't actually get any shots on the lessers. I mean, I'll go ahead and just move over this direction just for the heck of it, in case something strange happens. But yeah, well, I got one more. I take it back.
You got another unit over here.
I got another Rhino over here. So this Rhino, we're gonna go ahead and just move the full 14 over here. I think that's going to be everything. I don't have a lot left. I don't have a lot of shooting. We'll come back in just a moment with the shooting. It's really going to come down to, can I do a lot of damage to those lessers, but I don't think I can do it. Let's see what happens. Turn 4 shooting for the Iron Hands, and we are desperate to try and get rid of that lesser demon unit. So I did get these guys out, the attack squad. They are in range. We've already pre-measured, and I do have 10 shots that are in range. So
I'm going to shroud this 10
You're going to shroud?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the 10 shots. So hitting on 3s, and not very good. This is not what we needed.
Maybe I should have held out for the next shots.
That's okay. Either way, I don't think it's going to be enough. And then this is 4s. You need 3 armor saves followed by a 5-up shroud.
So 3 5-ups and 5-ups. 1 saved so far.
Yep.
1 saved, 2 are down.
Okay.
This is only a small squad.
Okay. Now we've got the Javelin that is come over here from this side. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to fire a frag because I want to try and get as many of the guys as possible. So what we will do is basically it's 5 inches from wherever. Yeah. So
I think it's the entire unit.
It's the entire unit, assuming that it's on target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to center it. Pass me the small one. We have the big one somewhere, but we'll use the small one plus a couple inches.
Indeed.
Just to more or less find the center.
Yes.
So I'm guessing the center would be here on this guy.
Yeah, just centering on that guy. So let's just see
how
for
far
the scatter. 3 inches that way.
That way.
Yep.
So 3 inches is. Let's check 3 inches. So it puts the center there.
Okay.
And then it's a 5-inch blast, right?
Yeah,
so,
I trust you. You just tell me what you think I got.
So I think 5 inches is what 2.5 inch. 2.5 inch diameter, correct?
Yeah, it's just 5 inches from the final impact point.
Yeah. I think you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6.
It's actually, no, it's not. It's 2.5.
It's 2.5. Right?
2.5. Excuse me. Maths is hard.
So it would be 3 here. So plus then 2.5, which is up to there. 6.
Okay. So 6 guys. Now this is strength 4, so it's winning you on 4s. Only 2.
Okay, only 2.
Yep. No shroud on this one, however.
No shroud on this one. Just a 5-up involve. 1 wound.
Okay. And then the last one is going to be the multi-melta.
Yeah.
Which hits.
And kills on a 2. Oh,
Uh-oh.
5-up involve.
5-up invul.
Oh, involve save.
Oh, and I think that's going to be enough, actually, because I don't think I...
15.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
It's only 20%. I needed to kill 1 more.
8, 10. Yeah. Yeah, you needed to kill 1 more.
That's all the shooting. So... we're going to play out the assault. Let's see what happens. But to be quite honest with you, I think that's going to be the game difference because I can't stop that unit from scoring. And Rich is already up by 1, which means you'll be up by 2, which means even if I get a couple of the secondaries, the best I can hope to do is draw. So let's see what happens with this assault. So turn 4, final turn assault phase for the Iron Hands. We've actually mapped everything out. And the only combat that actually matters that could potentially get the Iron Hands a draw is actually to slay Rich's Warlord. That's the reason why we're only going to film this combat first, because everything else is inconsequential. And the reason why it's inconsequential is I'm already down by 1. Rich scores another one in the bottom of 4, which puts him up by 2. The only way I can even draw is to kill more units and the Warlord, in which case we would be tied 5-5. So let's go ahead and just do this one real quick. We'll see if I can do 4 wounds to the Warlord. It's highly unlikely, but let's go ahead and check. So you go ahead and roll first.
Yes, because I have, well, the same initiative as your Warlord, so you will get...
You have reach.
Oh, on him, yes, on the one guy.
Well, your Warlord, no, these 2 guys had reach. He had shred.
Oh, yes, you're right. So it does matter.
It does matter.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yes. Because our initiatives are normally the same.
Correct.
I6, yes. Okay, so this is still majority weapon skill, right?
Yes.
So I'm still hitting on 3s.
You're still hitting on 3s.
Oh, missed with a few here.
Okay.
And then wounding on 2s.
All with brutal 2.
All with brutal 2. Oh.
I see a couple ones.
So there is 5.
Okay.
5 brutal 2s. A bit like last time, really.
Yes. Now I have one guy that's already wounded. So here's the first brutal 2, 4-ups. He's dead.
Dead. So this guy is gone.
Now it goes on to the standard bearer. 1 wound. Here's the third.
Brutal 2.
Dead.
Dead. Okay.
And now this is the last 2 on the Warlord, which is
you might
a
roll both at the
Iron
same
Father.
time. You might roll both at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. So these are 3-ups because he has a Cyber Familiar.
Cyber Familiar, and they're not instant death, so he is actually still alive with 2 wounds left.
And a Feel No Pain.
Oh,
because of the Iron Father upgrade. Yes.
Oh, he's fine.
He's fine. So I'm 3 wounds down.
3 wounds down in that combat.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and strike back against your Warlord.
Yep.
I have 4 attacks base. And then I will have my 2 that I will remember for the Machinator Array.
Might as well do them all at the same time if they're all the same.
They are. Well, no, the Paragon Blade we got to separate.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so here's the Paragon Blade. Now we're same weapon skill, so this means I hit you on 4s.
Ooh, that's what you needed.
This is huge. Okay, so
Strength 6.
no, strength 5.
Strength 5, so you need 5.
5s, but 6s are murder strikes. So come on, baby, give me some 6s. 1 6. All right.
So 1 6, so murder strike. Right. So
Invul.
4 up. Oh, save.
See, that's game over. So now Machinator Array, just for the heck of it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's going to be the game, sir. So
I think
sad face.
close. Honestly, enjoyable. I really
Very enjoyable.
I think it's fun. We'll talk about it more in the post game.
Yeah. This is my first time to play against Demons in 2.0, and this is, I think, only your second or your third game with them. So we're still trying to get the hang of things, but they're definitely toned down from 1.0, but still quite playable. But we'll come back in just a moment for the wrap up and give you our final thoughts on the game. Well, welcome back. That was an interesting game, but a fun one. Actually, really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, me too. This is the second time I've played these guys on camera, and I think only the third time I've played them. And honestly, every game has been pretty fun. It's a nice change of pace to be playing a Horde army, as opposed to quite the high points cost of a Space Marine army.
Yeah, this is true. Now, it does draw out the turns a little bit, I think. But no, it's a beautiful army. You know, kudos to Daryl at Xenobi Studios that's letting us use this beautiful demon army. Very, very nice. Interesting, right? So the Iron Hands, no Legion benefit. So no shooting. You don't want to blame dice, but I felt like I could just not wound you.
Yeah, you did have some poor dice rolls on. I saw a lot of 2s coming up for these to hits. And, well, I think the benefit of the Demons is the first 2 turns, my higher toughness makes it very hard to do damage to them.
Yes, it does.
And it gets weaker and weaker. Luckily, there's no turn 5 and 6, so I don't actually have a detrimental one. But it's still, when I'm at distance and when you're trying to do some shooting attacks, the limited shooting you had, it's harder to wound them. But you did manage to concentrate fire and take out some of my key units, my Brutes and my Fiends. Right?
I did. Yeah, I did. I knew that those were the guys that could give me trouble, especially my Leviathan, since the Brutes can get up to AP, 2 or 1?
AP2, they can get AP2. They're the only ones that could get up to AP2 other than the Sovereigns there.
Yeah. I think I had a couple mistakes I made in that game. I shouldn't have moved the Contemptor up so far. That was a little bit dumb. I thought I was actually still going to be far enough out, but then realizing that you can fly, run, and charge, that's pretty bad for me.
just for the Warlord. I was hoping, we looked at this up at the beginning, that they were independent characters instead of characters, and they could be all a squad, and they could all benefit from that, but they're just characters.
That would have been nasty. Yeah, that would have been nasty.
So.
No, all things being said, however, it still was quite a close game, so we finished at 5-3 for the Demons.
I think, 5-3, I think it was what it would have ended up more or less at the end of the battle there. We did not finish the end of turn 4 because, like we said in the video, at the end of the battle there, the key combat was if you could slay my Warlord here. And he wasn't really going to die. Yeah,
otherwise we would have just been rolling a lot of dice. And if you're into that thing, maybe for the ASMR or something like that. But no, great game. Had a lot of fun. Really fun to play against the Demons. It's definitely a different style. I'd love to get a rematch against them.
I'm sure we can arrange that, Jason. I'm sure we can arrange that. Again, thanks for Daryl for lending this. This is honestly a beautiful army. It's so nice to play. There's a couple more things in it that we haven't used, which we can try and pull out. This week we pulled out 3 of the Keeper of Secrets instead of spreading it out with the other greater demons that were available here. I think it was just to change things up a bit. The army itself, I'm still not used to it, I'll say this, because I don't want to say it's one-dimensional, because that would be underplaying it. You do have to charge them up the board as much as possible. But I'll say I did feel the lack of that 5+ feel no pain really was felt. But the downside of them not being able to run at all and like -1 on their reactions for an army that needs to move up. I'm sure we'll do a review of the Demons in the coming weeks, maybe on one of our Heresy Thursdays. But I think something that was missed, or maybe not even thought of, to be honest, was that if you separated it so every sovereign could take a different dominion in an army, and then you could divide your units out, you could have a bit more of a mixture where you could have some that are designed to go up front, some are designed to stick at the back.
That could be cool.
Just gives it a bit more variety. But it is what it is, and we're playing with what we have, and I loved it.
I think I have to confess, now this is not sour grapes, right? I would have lost this game if it went to turn 5, turn 6, it doesn't matter. It was a done deal. I'm still not a fan of 4-turn games, I'm sorry. I think there needs to be the option for a 5 at least, because if you actually look at the demon rules, you never suffer the negative. You basically are +1 strength and toughness for 2 turns, you're normal for 2 turns, no downside because it's only a 4-turn game. Still not convinced. And again, I think it also unfairly incentivizes or penalizes certain forces that are more aggressive. But again, I'm not meaning sour grapes. It's more just the debate about 4-turn games, which is a new mechanic in 2.0, right?
I don't disagree with you. 4-turn games require you to be more aggressive. And if you're an army that's based mainly on sitting back and like trying to wait out the turns and get the weight of fire in, you are going to suffer here. This demon army is extremely aggressive, so they benefit from getting up in your face as fast as possible. Actually, they require it. It's not even benefit.
Yep.
If you don't do it, you are wasting some of your benefits there. And 4-turn games, they're too short.
I think so.
4+1, I think, is a happy medium. 5+1 is our old standard, I think. But 4+1, I think, is the bare minimum. You've got it. You have to have the option of trying to pull it out of the bag on a 5th turn.
Totally agree. But let's talk about man of the match. So I'm going to let you, as the victor, I'm going to let you go first. Who did you pick?
Yeah, honestly, I picked one of my greatest sovereigns, and it's the one that killed the Gorgons, because he's the only one who kept getting wounds back. So he kept passing his
I
It
think
Will Not Die.
2 or 3?
2, I think it was 2 of the It Will Not Die, a couple wounds.
Yep.
And it just gives him a greater survivability, but he single-handedly took out a Gorgons unit for this. There's nothing more I can say. I think if they weren't stubborn, if they were just inexorable like normal Terminators, it would have been a lot faster.
Yep.
They were very close on some of those leadership roles. That fear would play a factor here.
Yep.
And to be honest, fear didn't play a factor in any of the things we were doing here because everything was stubborn.
Not really, yeah. I mean, Immortals, stubborn. Gorgons, stubborn. Warlord trait on the Warlord. No, Suedo, stubborn, right? He ignores leadership modifiers. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think actually all of your sovereigns really surprised me in terms of both the punch they could deliver and how hard they were to get through. Yeah.
So, definitely. But what about you?
I went with the autocannon squad. The autocannon squad, we weren't list tailoring whatsoever. Obviously, if I was list tailoring against demons, I would have took something very different. A lot more mobile, a lot more shooting. But no, autocannon squad for sure. They wiped out a squad of cavalry. They might have wiped out like a unit of beasts, maybe.
The beasts I think beast and the fiends were shot at them at different stages.
Yeah,
They really did some damage.
So I think most of my offensive firepower was out of a single autocannon squad. And a squad like this, it's not the meta choice, obviously. No. But against things like demons, against militia, against solar ox, I mean, they'll really come into their own. Unless you're a Imperial Fist player, in which case autocannons are a great choice because you're hitting on 2s. But yeah, I got to go with my autocannon squad, and they're a fun squad to play with that I don't normally get to use a lot.
Yeah, it's nice to see them on the table. Like you said, everything you said there is correct. They're not used against other Marines just because of their lack of oomph or their lack of killing power against 3+ saves or 2+ saves. But things with 5+ saves or no saves
or 4+.
Yeah, 4+.
Yep.
It is eating through them, and the weight of fire is really good too.
Agreed.
I'm surprised you don't have any in your death guard.
I have a squad assembled, just not painted. I want to represent all the flavors of heavy support squad, but no, I haven't painted it yet.
Yeah. So, but no, I think it was a good choice for your man of the match. Your Gorgons, though, they're lovely models. I think we've talked about this in the past, but Legion Terminator, specific Legion Terminator squads with weapon skill 4, really makes them just not worth taking.
The Gorgons are beautiful models. I love to play with them, but they're not very good. I'm sorry.
We did forget they're blind.
We forgot the blind checks, yes. I mean, we forgot a couple things in that game, but even with the blind checks, honestly, I mean, they're just not good. They're weapon skill 4. They don't have a 4-up invuln. They have a 5-up, unless you give the Hammer Bear a Cyber Familiar in which he gets a 4-up. But when I'm trying to fish for 5s on brutal 2s, it's just not good, right? And for the points, I'm sorry. I have Morlocks assembled. They're just not painted. I will definitely be taking those over Gorgons in the future.
Yeah, like I said, great models. Lovely to see them on the table. It's just, they're just not worth taking, I think, for the points.
No.
Thematic, so thanks for taking them.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was all about theme today.
But not points efficient if you're trying to min-max or even just be efficient with points, not even min-max it.
Yeah.
There.
But we can talk about, we actually have an Iron Hands review video, I think. Yeah.
I think we do. I think we did it a while back.
It was a while back, but you can learn more about the Iron Hands in that video. So enough said about that. But overall, yeah, very enjoyable game. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Jason. Guys, I do hope you enjoyed it. We tried to keep the dice rolling to enough to tease people, but with the demons and 60 attacks, shred.
Maybe you're one of those kinds of people that wants to see that, but it would have slowed the video down a lot.
Yeah, and plus recording with one hand and trying to do things. We're trying to find a happy medium of how to get the best quality videos for you guys to watch.
Yes.
And I think we're tweaking it slowly but surely.
But
let us know.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Maybe we'll talk real quickly if I can say one last thing.
Yeah.
Big shout out. By the time that you actually see this video, we will have hit 1K subs on YouTube. Thank you so much. That is a massive milestone for us.
It is.
We really do this for the love of the game. We're not making any profit off of this, let's be perfectly honest. But thank you all for your support, for watching, for subscribing, for the comments. Keep leaving comments. We really, really enjoy it, and I'm very excited to get to that milestone.
Yes, it's nice. I think it's the biggest hurdle for a YouTube channel getting to that first 1,000.
Yep.
For those who aren't subscribed, please
Why are you
sign
not
up.
subscribed?
Yeah, why are you not subscribed? We're trying to release videos twice a week with our Heresy Thursdays on a Thursday.
Yep.
And just a battle report or some type of video on a Monday. And maybe some sneak peeks in our shorts. So if you've not seen our shorts, we'll definitely be doing some sneak peeks in the shorts. So stay tuned. But I think from us, that's all for now for our battle report. Great fun, good game. Just an enjoyable time all around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But from us at Horus Wargaming, thank you for tuning in. Once again, like and subscribe to keep in touch and hit that notification button. And we will see you on the next one.
Catch you on the next one.